Hello!
Oh, you're perky?
No, I'm not really.
Oh.
I'm just trying to sound like it. So, you know, there are a lot of people on the list today. Well, there were one of the Temptations.
Oh, which one?
I forget.
Oh, Temptations must have some Christmas songs.
I bet.
There was one of the Neville brothers.
Oh.
Art. Was Art Neville. Paul Butterfield's birthday today.
I don't know who Paul Butterfield is.
Paul Butterfield and the Blues Breakers.
Still doesn't.
But, you know, Gina, I don't think you would know the blues. You live the blues, but you wouldn't know the blues if it bit you on the ass.
What just bit me on the ass?
The blues, Gina. It was the blues. Sorry.
It's just me down here biting you on the ass.
The blues. Dave D's birthday today. Of Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Tick. It's Jim Bonafonte's birthday.
I don't know who any
The
of these
Raspberries.
people are.
The Raspberries, Gina.
Are they biting me on the ass?
No. It's Paul Rogers' birthday. Bad Company. Feel like making love. Terrible song. It's Aiku Mori's birthday. A famed Japanese experimental drummer.
Okay.
I've never heard of Aiku Mori either.
Okay, good.
Mike Mills' birthday. You've heard of Mike
Oh,
Mills.
he's REM.
He's an REM,
Yeah,
yes.
and it's also Bob Stinson's birthday. You've heard of the Replacements,
Yes.
certainly. And Sarah Dallin's birthday, Bananarama.
No.
Now, see,
And-
if I'd have looked, I would have probably played the Replacements. If I'd have looked at that sheet.
But Carrie,
And the drummer for 3 Days Grace's birthday.
But I didn't even look at the birthday sheet.
Because some woman.
Some woman.
we haven't played any Christmas music this whole season.
And did that count?
Yeah, that's
Did that count?
it's Christmas
It
adjacent.
mentions Christmas.
It's all about Christmas.
Yeah.
This is our last week
Okay, so
before Christmas. We gotta play some Christmas music. Don't you want to
We
get in
gotta.
the
You could-
spirit?
did that put you in the spirit?
Well, it's closer. You need it.
Don't tell me what I need.
We need
You don't
a
need
little Christmas.
Right.
Right this very
This
minute.
very
You need a
minute.
little- let's do a production of Mame. There is a Christmas song in Mame. That's it.
So thank you, Carrie.
You coax the blues
Now-
right out of the horn.
I said I asked him. I said, you know, we have our traditional Christmas songs that Carrie says we have to wait till Thursday and Friday.
I
to
think
play.
we need to make people pay for those.
Santa Claus is a black man.
Yeah.
And Donde Está Santa Claus.
Yeah, we
Yes.
got to play those.
We need to make people pay for those.
Okay.
But I just
Oh, they'll
realized
pay.
I only have some in this computer program here. Most of the ones the ones that you were talking about, I have on a thing called a compact disc.
Oh, what then?
Yeah, at home.
like Christmas and Time in Hell.
Yeah.
Well, you got to bring that in.
It means I got to find it.
Do we make them? Do we ever do? I want a hippopotamus for Christmas anymore?
I want a hippopotamus
We never did.
for
Didn't we?
No, we never did.
See, because I like that one.
No, then there's my favorite.
Which is
Please, Daddy, don't get drunk this Christmas. I don't want to see my mama cry.
Mm.
John Denver.
Well, I like the Ramones. Merry Christmas. I don't want to fight tonight.
Yeah.
And then there's the Kinks. Father Christmas.
Oh,
Father
so,
Christmas,
see,
which I
there-
love.
give
there-
us your money.
There's a week of Christmas songs there.
I kind of like Merry Christmas, War is Over.
Did you hear Miley
John
Cyrus doing it on Saturday Night
No,
Live?
I did not.
Yeah, she did it on
I
Saturday
don't.
Night Live.
I don't
with,
have. I don't get the Saturday Night Live
that's
anymore.
right.
Oh, that's right. You don't. Well, then we got to talk about this Weezer sketch coming up.
Because
I saw that. I
okay.
saw it online.
I loved that sketch. It was
And
very
we
funny.
need to talk about the Blue October show today too. I'll talk about it later, but it was a magical moment.
And we don't have room for it anywhere, but my kid has mono.
What?
The
The
kissing disease. Mononucleosis. I hope you didn't let him touch Santa. I saw him. He's Santa's little mono helper. Go out, touch people.
He missed all school last week, and his doctor said, "Well, let's get him some tests and see what's going on with him." Mono. Like, I thought only teenagers got mono.
Kiss the girls and make them cry. All right. Well, we ought
I
to.
think you can get mono from.
No, you can't.
You can get it other ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's. You can get it from a toilet seat. I understand. Kissing a toilet seat,
No,
I think, is how you get
gross.
it. All right, we. I can't let go of that Blue October show. It was really.
Well, you don't have to let
emotional.
it go.
Well,
hold
I
it.
won't.
Hold it close to your heart.
It was very emotional. Anyway, let's officially begin the program here in just a second. We will do that with check-ins, I suppose. 877-602-9696. That's the check-in number. You call that number and kind of let us know that you are ready for us to come into your homes, into your cars, your living rooms, your bedrooms, your bathrooms, wherever you are. You're ready for us to come in there and give you mono or do a show. So 877-602-9696 and tell us in 3 words or less, what are you worried about? What are you worried about? Huh? So what are you so worried about? 3 words or less, what are you so worried about? Check in with the Radio from Hell show. 877-602. Maybe you're worried about your plumbing.
I am constantly.
You shouldn't worry about it because we've got someone that can help you. Shamrock.
Yeah,
Plumbing.
Shamrock Plumbing. Now's the time to make sure that everything is ship and shape with your plumbing. So call Shamrock Plumbing. If you have a small plumbing problem, they can fix it. If you have a big plumbing problem, Shamrock Plumbing can fix it.
And it doesn't even have to be a problem. Maybe you're just renovating your house and
Yep.
won't need plumbing done. Maybe you're building a
I'm
house
gonna-
from scratch.
I'm going to have to do. I got to do a bathroom remodel on the second floor.
Oh, yeah?
It is high time. It needs to be done, and we're going to have to rip out flooring and do all that kind of stuff.
But you got your plumber
Shamrock
set.
Plumbing. So any size water softening system or heating system, Shamrock Plumbing can handle it, and no one will beat their pricing guaranteed. Call Shamrock Plumbing for pricing before you do anything. Their phone number, 801-295-1690, or go to their website. You will be very, very pleased with their work. ShamrockPlumbing.net.
X96, Downtown Alliance, and The Gateway present Be a part of the Radio from Hell show on X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
Well,
Apparently, people have gotten wise. No check-ins. 877-602-9696. Nobody's called to say.
Gotten what? Bill, we're
What
not
are you worried about?
remember, we're not hating on check-ins.
I'm not hating on them. I just said people have gotten wise. They're not doing it.
I like knowing there's somebody out there, and it's not just us talking to each other in a room with nobody listening. This
I'm
is the
sorry?
only way we know that anybody's out there.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? I'm not listening. So check-ins if you have a mind to. I don't really care. So the 3 words or less is, so what are you so worried about? But let's officially begin the show, shall we?
oh, well, 877-602-9696 if you want to call to check in.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to sponsor starting the show, so
Really?
no. You can just dive right in.
Okay. Well, the moon then is a waxing gibbous moon, 70% of full. The moon will rise today at 2:01 p.m., today being Monday. It's the 17th day of December in the year of our Lord 2017 and 2018. Excuse me, I was looking at the 17th. It's the 2018.
Right.
And this is North America's, well, you'd never know it, but it is North America's most creative radio broadcast. It's the Radio from Hell show starring the Lords of Morning Radio, Kerry Jackson, Bill Allred, and Gina Barberi. The producer of the Radio from Hell show is Richard Stedman. Dylan Allred, no relation to me, is producing video for the show. You can see it at x96.com/live. And Nick's your buddy, Nick's your pal, is here helping get the show together, and he's got some other guy hanging out
We're
with
training a new guy.
him. We are?
Well,
We are.
no, they are.
Yeah,
I'm not training anybody.
Yeah, why did you say we?
I just meant the show.
We used to say, people used to say, what do you mean we? Have you got a mouse in your pocket? I never understood that saying. I didn't ever get that, but they would say, what do you mean we? You got a mouse in your pocket? So anyway, check-ins, 877-602-9696. Did anyone see, oh, somebody did dial.
Yeah.
Or rather,
Nobody dialed
Nobody
anything.
dials the phone anymore. That's sort of an anachronism anymore, but somebody called us.
Let's go to Nathan.
Hi, Nathan.
Hey,
Hey,
Hey, Nathan. Nathan, 3 words or less, my friend. What are you so worried about?
I guess Christmas and rent.
Christmas
rent?
and rent. Those are bad things to be worried about this time of year.
or is it more like Christmas or rent? It's one or the other.
Listen, I've hated that play forever, all right?
Rent or Christmas?
Rent.
Are you having a hard time making ends meet?
I mean, not right now, but I just know that I've spent a lot this month, a lot more than I should have. and
Yeah.
I'll be fine, but it's still stressful.
you know
Yeah.
what the hell? You know, I have had times where I've been paying for Christmas in April, still paying for Christmas in
Yeah.
April. It happens, you know. You just go for it, and it'll work out.
Bill's
right?
encouraging you to go
Yeah.
into debt.
Sure. That's the great American way. That's what we do. We leverage our lives here in America. That's what we do. All right, Nathan.
You
thanks.
know, and I'm.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I'm actually not going into debt this month, so I am gonna be pulling out of savings, but at least I'm not going into debt.
Okay,
you know?
good.
All right.
All right.
Good for you, Nathan. We'll see you later.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Nathan.
Let's go to Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, how are you?
Great. 3 words or less. What are you so worried about?
No Blue October.
You didn't go to the show?
I did go,
Josh.
and it was awesome.
Yeah, it
I
was.
Turn off your radio.
Turn off your radio.
Turn off your radio.
I've got my Bluetooth going.
Yes. And I can
you
hear
go.
I can hear myself.
There we go. That's better. Why
Oh,
now?
Jesus.
Now, why no more Blue October?
I'm worried that there won't be any because they're
Oh.
so awesome. That show was truly magical. I
Yeah.
loved it.
I have it on good authority that they are coming back very soon.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
It was a tremendous
Well-
evening.
It's but with the full band instead of the acoustic.
I went home and listened to a
Yeah.
lot of their recorded stuff on Sunday, and I just got to say the acoustic show was in a lot of ways better.
Yeah.
It's just terrific. It was so emotional. It was just amazing. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I was just going to say we got a text from Wade Taylor. It's his wife's birthday today.
Happy birthday to
Mrs. Taylor.
Mrs. Taylor. If I knew her first name, I'd say it, but I don't. So.
Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Good morning, lords and ladies.
Oh,
Good morning, Diane.
Diane, are you okay?
Well, that's my concern. That's my wish that my worry is I will never have a voice again.
What happened to it?
Well, it's a long story, but I'll make it short. About 10 years, I lost my voice for 6 months. They went in and cleaned it out. But sometimes this is as good as it gets. Sometimes it's worse. Sometimes it irritates me.
Oh.
Sometimes I hate texting. This is my voice.
Well, Diane,
Welcome to it.
well, Diane,
Welcome
I
to
would say
my voice.
don't waste it on us.
No.
Yes.
Diane, you have feel free to text us.
Text
at
us
any time.
anytime, Diane.
Please.
Well, I do.
Okay.
All right.
My brother and my sister gave me a megaphone for Thanksgiving, so they can hear me talk.
So here's what I want you to do is you need to text in from now on, and you need to sign it Whispering Diane, so we know who it is.
Or Diane, next time, if you want to call us, use the megaphone.
Or that.
Okay.
It'll sound an awful lot
will,
like our
and
last call.
I appreciate you guys making my morning. So
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Diane.
Diane.
Good luck.
thank you.
We'll see
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Let's go to Chase.
Hi, Chase.
Good morning.
What are you so worried about?
No family gifts.
No family gifts.
I haven't really gotten any of my family any Christmas gifts yet this year.
Yeah, I'm kind of running behind too. I sort of know what I'm doing, but I haven't gotten it together and
Get on
actually
it.
done it.
I have an entire year to spend with them to figure out who they are and what they like. But when it comes this time of year, I have no clue of what
Yeah.
to get them.
I know. I know the feeling.
Just don't get them all a candle. Don't do that.
But Yankee Candle is a great store.
As tempting as it is to just get everybody a candle.
This one smells like apple spice. All right, get on it, Chase. Stop talking to us and get out.
All right, we'll see
go.
you.
Bye.
We got to go.
Bye.
We'll go to Kenna last. and
Hi, Kenna.
We'll move on.
Hi, good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kenna. What are you so worried about?
I need a job.
Oh.
my.
Now, do you need a new job or you just need any job?
I need any job. I just moved. And my schedule's like really specific, and no one wants to hire a high school kid, even though like I'm really cool. So I know they'll like me. So
It's not like I'm really cool.
You sound really cool.
frustrating.
Yeah, how old are
I'm
you?
so cool.
How old are you?
What was that?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
And are you still in school?
Yeah.
So
So
you
that-
need a
no,
job
yeah.
that's just afternoons and weekends and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
You ought to
So
get
this is a cry for help.
get yourself a paper route.
No, it's afternoons and evenings. You don't do a paper route in the evening.
Well, I did. I delivered the afternoon papers, the Standard Examiner.
Well, Kenna, how
I
do
don't do
people
bosses anymore.
how do people get a hold of you? You have a Facebook page or something?
I do have a Facebook page. It's Kenna Draper.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe someone's looking for
Maybe
afternoon
someone's-
or weekend help. So,
All right,
and you
Kenna.
want a
I
cool
would like
person.
that.
All right. Thanks, Kenna.
Yes, I like customer service and people. So
Okay.
Okay.
There you
all
go.
right. Good luck.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Let's see. What are you afraid of? The rise of Skynet.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
Teacher Emily. The next 5 days. Tim the Tree Guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Porch Pirates.
Oh.
Yeah, I worry about that. People are trying to punk porch pirates. Have you seen those stories?
There's a boner candidate.
Oh, is there?
about-
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. That is on the way. Stand by for that. Gino. Traffic, please.
Standing by for traffic. We've got a crash 9th East, 44th South. Crash westbound SR 97 at 5600 South. This is up in Weber County. And looks like that's about it. You can always text us traffic if it's safe for you to do so. 33986.
All right.
You know, you don't have to worry about clean carpets if you call Zero Res because they'll zip right over to your house and clean it up.
Boy, the last visit I got from Zero Res, that guy was in and out of my house in no time.
And then your carpets dry faster because they use the new technology where they suck almost out of the water, all of the water out before they leave, so they're dry really fast.
Yeah, no chemicals, no detergents, and that also helps it dry fast. Zero Res is the best. Now through let's see, what's today? So they've got this new offer. So Zero Res to the end of the year, they'll do 3 rooms for $89.95. 3 rooms for $89.95. They're really good. They're really fast. You can call them. Their phone number is 801-2880. That's 288-9376. Zero Res. They come in with they wear their little shoe covers, their little booties, and do a fantastic job. Schedule an appointment by going to ZeroResSaltLake.com, or if you're up north, go to ZeroResDavisWeber.com. Zero Res.
Oh, wait. Sorry, Gina.
That's all right.
I had it in there
Do it
twice
again.
for some reason.
When Carrie, Bill, and Gina run out of things to bitch about, we give you a 1-hour nonstop music wingding at 10 a.m. on X96.
I had a bizarre experience yesterday.
What?
So I ordered. So I don't order a lot of stuff from Amazon, but my gosh, it's really convenient. You know,
I was going to say, why not? That's
yeah. I mean, I don't know why I don't do it more, but it's
because it hurts local businesses.
Yeah, I'd
that's
rather
why,
shop
That's the
locally,
reason
and
you shouldn't.
I'd rather shop locally. But there were every once in a while there's a specialty item I can't find, or I can't find. Maybe it's a pair of some clothing I can't find the right size or whatever. So anyway, I ordered this item. It doesn't matter what it was from Amazon. It was $10, and it was free shipping because I'd have Amazon Prime. So, and then the way they track the packages, man, it's really slick. I mean, they say, okay, the package is left here, and now it's here, and now it's here, and then they say the package has been delivered to your house. It's on your front porch, and it was there at 3:15.
Yeah.
So when it said that, I went out and there was no package, and I'm looking around. I go, "There's no package anywhere." But clearly it said 3:15. So I got a hold of Amazon, and they said, "Well," I said, "maybe it just got delivered. It must have just gotten delivered somewhere else." And they said, "Well, we'll just refund your money." And I said, "Well, I don't know. Should I wait a day or two?" "Well, you could, but we'll just refund your money, and we'll give you a $5 credit for your trouble." And I said, "Okay, thanks." And then I thought, I'm not going to order that thing again anyway. I'll go try and find it somewhere else. So yesterday, the woman next door comes over and says, "Here, this was delivered to my house." Now, Amazon has already said they're going to credit my account for $10. So she comes over and says, "Here, this package was delivered here accidentally. It's for you. It's the missing item." So my decision then is, do I keep it and steal $10 from Amazon? Or no, I don't. So
Now
No.
you're on record.
Right. Well,
This is the radio bill?
So I say to myself, no, of course I don't. And I called them. It was such a hassle to get them to take $10 back from me. I was on the phone for a half an hour. It's like they couldn't figure out how to do it practically.
Nobody's ever called to give us money back.
I said, I just don't want to cheat you out of this $10. Well, okay. It's like
We're not used to people.
It's just $10.
Doing the right thing.
I mean, I was on hold for 20 minutes while this woman tried to figure out how to. She wasn't quite. So either she was inept or it just doesn't happen. I don't know. But what a hassle to get to give them back their $10. And I hope I still get my $5 credit.
I'm sure you will.
I hope.
some technical issues.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. 6:34 coming up. Sports with Amy Donaldson. Stand by for that. But right now, big boy news and Opinioendo brought to you by
Salt Lake's biggest and most fun New Year's Eve celebration, The Last Hurrah, December 31st at the Gateway Plaza, featuring live music from band of annuals, DJs, dancing, indoor pop-up bar, indoor game room for the kids, beer, food trucks, fireworks, and more. Admission is free. Celebrate New Year's Eve at the Gateway's Last Hurrah, powered by Strong Volkswagen and Coors Light. Find details at lasthurrahslc.com.
I think that's funnest, Gina.
I won't say it.
I think it's funnest.
I won't say
Well, okay.
I refuse. It's not even that I won't. I can't make my mouth say that word.
But you say sword.
That's different.
No, it's not different at all.
There's
The word is sword.
There's a W in there.
So the word is sword. Andy Mack actor Stoney Westmoreland has been fired from his job as being an Andy Mack actor because he was arrested here in Salt Lake City for attempting to have a sexual relationship with an online acquaintance that he believed to be 13 years old.
Oh, boy.
In a statement on Saturday, Disney announced that they didn't think that was proper. They announced that the 48-year-old Westmoreland had been dropped from the sitcom on which he plays the grandfather of the teen title character, who I believe the titular character is, in fact, it's Andy Mack,
Yes.
right? Okay. The show films here in Utah. Salt Lake Police Detective Greg Wilking told the Associated Press that Mr. Westmoreland was on his way to what he believed would be a sexual encounter when he was arrested Friday and charged with enticing a minor and sending inappropriate materials, including nude images. A message left with Mr. Westmoreland's, I assume now, former agent, Mitchell Stubbs, was not immediately returned. Westmoreland's other acting credits include Scandal
Well,
There you
and
go.
Breaking Bad. Colin Kroll, co-founder and CEO of the hit gaming app HQ Trivia, was found dead Sunday morning in New York. He was 34 years old. Police found Mr. Kroll in the bedroom of his New York apartment after Kroll's girlfriend called New York Police Department asking for a wellness check, and a law enforcement source told CNN. We learned of the passing of our friend and founder, Colin Kroll, and it's with deep sadness we say goodbye, a spokesman for HQ said on an emailed statement. Our thoughts go out to his family, friends, and loved ones. Kroll was unconscious and unresponsive and pronounced dead at the scene. Police notified his family. Kroll became a big name in the tech world after co-founding Vine, the now defunct looping video platform that launched the careers of numerous social media stars. Twitter bought Vine in 2012 and then closed it a few years later. Kroll and business partner Russ Yusupov went on to form Intermedia Labs, the company behind HQ Trivia, a real-time trivia app launched in 2017, and apparently it's very successful. I hadn't actually heard of it until reading this story, but I guess a lot of people do it. It's a free. It's an Apple app, which I don't use Apple, so that's why I haven't heard of it.
I guess I should look into it.
It's popular. Its popularity has waned, it says here.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
It's too late.
Yeah, it had fallen out of the top 100 free games list on the iTunes App Store. Good riddance. That's what the Southern Utah Wilderness Alliance says of Ryan Zinke.
Yep.
Leaving his post as Interior Secretary. Reactions to the Saturday announcement that embattled Secretary Zinke would be stepping down at year's end. He's already done plenty of damage.
I was going to say he was in just long enough to mess things up.
Do a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Utah's federal public lands are unquestionably worse off because of Zinke's corrupt and disastrous tenure as Secretary of the Interior, from spearheading the dismantling of Grand Staircase Escalante and Bears year's national monuments to fast-tracking oil and gas leasing across Utah's Red Rock wilderness, Zinke's legacy is one of prioritizing short-term exploitation and profiteering over the protection and sound stewardship of America's public lands. He will undoubtedly go down as one of the worst interior secretaries in living memory. Good riddance, said Stephen Block, legal director of the Southern Utah Wilderness Alliance. Zinke has been under fire as being incredibly corrupt.
Yep.
He will undoubtedly be in court a lot.
Good.
And I just remember, those of you who listen to this show who may still somehow be in, I doubt that there are many of you listening who are in Donald Trump's camp.
They're there.
Just remember, he went there to, quote, drain the swamp, and how many of the people that he's put into positions of power have had to leave because of corruption.
Long list.
I
think I retweeted one this weekend.
It's just incredible.
I think there were at least 15 or 20 names on that list.
It's shocking how.
And
many.
he's running out of people. Like who's he going to put in Ryan Zinke's place? He's running out of people that want to work.
It'll be someone worse.
Mm-hmm.
A dead man whose body was found in Big Cottonwood Regional Park, naked except for a diamond ring. We talked about that guy on Friday, I think it was, maybe Thursday. Has been now identified. Unified police say the man is 72-year-old Devin O'Donnell of Holiday. Police haven't determined the cause of his death, but they don't suspect there was any foul play. Salt Lake Tribune previously reported that the dead man's body was found in the park in Mill Creek. He was naked. The only identifying item was a gold diamond ring. And that's, I think that drew a lot of attention, and someone identified him to the police, and they say they're not saying how he got there, what happened exactly, but no foul play is suspected. This is a bizarre story. A driver was hospitalized in critical condition Saturday after sheriff's officials said a large rock hit the windshield of the car while they were driving in Weber County up by Pineview Dam. According to a press release made by the Weber County Sheriff's Office on Saturday at 1:15, deputies responded to the area of the Pineview Dam spillway, a report of a vehicle that had been hit by a falling rock. The rock was found to have fallen off the mountainside and hit the windshield of the truck that was traveling west. Sheriff's officials said that the rock weighed about 150 pounds. Wow. After the rock hit the windshield of the truck, the driver lost control and crashed into the side of the mountain. The driver sustained serious injuries from the crash and was taken to the hospital in critical condition. According to the sheriff's officials, the passenger received minor injuries during the incident. Recent snow and warmer temperatures, the rock became dislodged and fell off the cliff.
Scary.
Sheriff's officials said, driving around up in that area or any area where there's, a mountain slide, things like that can happen. So, Donald Trump on Sunday blasted his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, calling him a rat and wondering why the FBI didn't break into Democratic National Committee headquarters the same way they raided Michael Cohen's office.
They had a
Remember,
warrant.
Michael Cohen only became a rat after the FBI did something which was absolutely unthinkable and unheard of until the witch hunt was illegally started, Trump tweeted. They broke into an attorney's office.
They went to a judge and said, we have reason to believe there's stuff in there we need. The judge said, you're right. You can go get it.
In April, the FBI, armed with a search warrant, searched Cohen's office, seizing records related to, among other topics, hush money paid to porn star Stormy Daniels. Trump has repeatedly insisted that his fixer, who pleaded guilty to a slew of charges, including violations of campaign finance laws, lied to prosecutors in exchange for leniency.
Says who?
Trump also suggested in the tweet that his administration was being unfairly targeted by the FBI while Democrats were skating by. Why didn't they break into the DNC to get the server or Crooked's office, he asked. Now, it could be claimed that Trump, Cohen's going to prison, and by calling him a rat, that they don't like rats in prison. And if Cohen gets hurt in
Cohen's
prison,
going to a cushy white collar.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that doesn't matter. If he gets hurt, he's now labeled a rat, and
I'm president, and you're not.
He's not going to that
Donald
kind
Trump,
of prison.
He's going to there are all kinds of bad guys in any kind of prison. And Donald Trump says the Justice Department should stop investigating his administration and go after the real enemy, Saturday Night Live. During a series of Sunday morning tweets attacking everyone from his former attorney to Hillary Clinton, the president slipped in the suggestion that NBC's long-running comedy skit program should be tested in courts for its alleged collusion with the Democratic Party. A real scandal is the one-sided coverage hour by hour of networks like NBC and Democratic spin machines like Saturday Night Live. It is all nothing less than unfair news coverage and Democratic commercials. Should be tested in courts. Can't be legal. Only defame and belittle. Collusion? The president tweeted. Trump has repeatedly slammed investigations into his campaign's possible involvement in electoral misconduct as a witch hunt. He insisted the process should be brought to an end. Hours before Trump's morning tweet storm, Saturday Night Live opened with a segment inspired by the movie It's a Wonderful Life, in which the cast wonders what the world might have been like had Trump not been elected president. In the skit, Alec Baldwin reprised his role as Trump and was joined on stage by Matt Damon playing Kavanaugh, who never made it to the highest court in the land. The skit also featured De Niro, special counsel Mueller, on and on. So he thinks that Saturday...
What's the crime, sir? What
collusion, they're colluding with the Democratic National
Comedy show.
They're colluding with the Democratic National
He genuinely
Committee.
believes that the DNC
yes.
is on the phone with the writers of Saturday Night Live.
Here's what we want you to do.
And it's defamation.
And do this.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I guess it says something like high crimes and all. I don't know how you can impeach somebody who's done a great job.
They did the same thing with Dana Carvey back in the 80s and George W. Bush.
Mm-hmm. Well, any president.
Yeah.
They do it with any president.
Yeah. And really good news, by the way, Sarah Huckabee Sanders has announced she's leaving the White House at the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah. And
they can't keep anybody there.
And after serving 2 years, and they've here are the 6 most egregious lies that she has told.
Good.
6 most egregious lies she has told from the podium. Family separation lies. During her 3rd daily press briefing in June, she sparred with press over the children being pulled from their families when they tried to enter the United States and declare asylum. The policy has, quote, been on the books for over a decade, she said.
No.
It hasn't. It hadn't. The attack on reporters and Jim Acosta, the press secretary, proved she was nothing more than a mouthpiece for the president's propaganda when she told reporters this year that Trump was joking when encourages assault against reporters or calls them the enemy of the people. The Rob Porter debacle.
Oh, we forgot about Rob Porter.
Sanders advocated for White House senior aide Rob Porter after 2 ex-wives alleged that he physically abused them. But she said the president supports victims of domestic violence, and she said Rob Porter is a good guy. Number 4, Trump has done way more for African Americans than President Obama ever did. Number 5, Trump has never encouraged violence like the Make America Great Again bomber against reporters. And number 6, the president did not know about the payments to Stormy Daniels or Karen McDougal. 6 egregious lies she told from the podium.
Weather, traffic?
Brought to you by the Sundance Film Festival, returning January 24th through February 3rd in Park City, Salt Lake City, and Sundance Resort. Discover the 2019 lineup, including world premiere films, and sundance.org/festival is where you get all of the information. So there's a weak storm going to come through today. Might mix up the air a little bit. 40 for a high today. Traffic, let's refresh this quickly so I can give you the latest information. Crash eastbound I-80 at milepost 117. That's the 215 west belt, right shoulder being affected there. And I'm going to check our message stream quickly, see if any friends of the program are letting us know, safely of course, if there's anything going on that they can see. 33986 is where you do that.
All right, sports brought to you by?
Get unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with Power Cashback Credit Card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Membership eligibility required. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
Amy Donaldson Sports. Break.
Well, here she is, Amy Donaldson Sports Break. She writes sports columns and stories for the Deseret News that you can read at deseretnews.com.
You got it.
And you can also read her stuff on Twitter a lot, AD on Sports, right?
Indeed, yeah. Uh-huh.
And what's your column about today?
It's about the two-time Olympic champion that was inducted into the Hall of Fame, the one that was supposed to run last week, but it's running this week instead.
Okay, and who's that?
Clarissa Shields. She was inducted to the Hall of Fame. She's a two-time world champion, two-time Olympic gold medalist, and she just talks about sort of fighting her way out of Flint, Michigan. So it's pretty inspiring to meet her and a lot of fun.
Okay. All right. Sports.
Yes. Let's see. Utah State annihilated North Texas 52-13 on Saturday in the New Mexico Bowl.
Did anyone watch that?
Yeah.
Was there a good audience for it?
Yeah. I think there was a decent crowd there. A lot of empty seats. I'm not going to lie. I saw on TV. But I also saw, North Texas had a huge contingency of fans, and the Aggies had a pretty decent group of fans as well. And I think a lot of people watched it on TV. But they broke the Mountain West Conference record for points in a season with 618 points. Previous record set by BYU in 2001 was 608 points. So great season for the Aggies. That means they averaged almost 48 points a game. Jordan Love won the offensive player of the game in that bowl game. They are going to have a new head coach, Gary Anderson.
A new old head coach.
New old head coach. They're recycling. They don't want to waste things, which is the way college sports does.
Where has Gary Anderson been?
He's been at the U.
At the U, okay.
Yeah.
He's been at Oregon State. He's been at Wisconsin.
Well, he left Utah State for Wisconsin. Then he left Wisconsin for Oregon State, and then he left mid-season and came here. And then the following season, Utah hired him as a sort of associate head coach or something, some title like that. But anyway, he's been helping with the defensive line, and now he's going to be the head coach at Utah State. Okay. He stole Utah's linebackers coach. So if you like Chase Hansen and Cody Barton, Gina, they're going to have to get a new linebacker coach. Justin Enna heads up to Utah State to be the defensive coordinator for Gary Anderson. And then a guy who's not local, but Jason Phillips, who's been pretty transient. He's been coaching 20 years, but played in the NFL 6 or 7 years. And he's going to be the passing game coordinator and coach the receivers. So now we're not just having an offensive coordinator. We're breaking this stuff down to
specifics.
Exactly. So he's the passing game coordinator for Utah State.
Okay.
Links to stories about that on your site at x96.com. BYU is up next with the famous Idaho Potato Bowl on the 21st. They will meet Western Michigan.
Which potato is it that's famous in Idaho?
Every potato.
Oh, every potato.
Potatoes are delicious.
And it's on their license plate.
It's on the license plates. It says famous potato. So I think it should be the Idaho Famous Potato Bowl and not the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yeah.
Or just shorten it to Tater Bowl.
The Tater Bowl.
Tater Bowl.
That would be so great.
I'm Tater Bowl.
I like the Tater Bowl.
I think so many possibilities with that.
I can't help you with sports, but marketing, I can help you there.
Go.
Right? You
know. Let's see. December 19th, this Wednesday, early signing day. There are a few top recruits who are expected to sign, so college football fans are freaking out at the potential.
Freaking out.
They are. Yeah, online, it's been pretty hilarious. So just remember, these are 17, 18-year-old kids, and your life will be fine if they don't go to your school.
Of course.
I promise. Stop tweeting at children. In the NFL, Miami lost to the Vikings 41-17, and they lost Frank Gore, the NFL's active leading rusher. 49ers upset the Seahawks 26-23 in overtime to keep Seattle from clinching a playoff.
So that wasn't supposed to happen?
No.
Oh.
No, in fact, their loss kept them from clinching a playoff spot. Let's see, the Cowboys, the Seahawks, Texans, Patriots, all missed opportunities to clinch a playoff spot. The Rams, the Chargers, Chiefs, Bears, and Saints have all already clinched.
Tom Brady does not look quite as sharp as he usually does.
I think Tom is off his diet. Remember, he's on the special diet.
Crazy
I'm thinking
diet.
the holiday food got to him, and somebody slipped him a fruitcake or something because he does not.
This whole season, he hasn't looked quite as sharp as
Yeah.
he's not.
Hey, man. Age
Right.
catches up with everybody,
guess
right?
so.
No
I
matter
guess.
what you eat.
Yeah.
Utah Jazz, they went to Mexico, and they lost.
They lost?
Yeah, they are now 14-16 after a 96-89 loss to Orlando.
Oh, so that game counted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just a big show game.
No, I mean
Wow.
it's basically trying to test the market. But it had over 20,000 fans.
Oh,
It was
good.
a huge. People there loved it.
But I don't. You say they loved it, but they weren't cheering. Like,
Well, here's the thing. This is I know from the
it was
Olympics.
very quiet.
Everyone doesn't consume sports the way Americans do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So we go to the Olympics, and sometimes people heckle, like in South America. They are all in. They are part of the
Yeah.
action. And you go somewhere else, like South Korea, and they sit quietly and they watch
Yeah, it was-
until it's speed skating, and then they try to kill each other.
Yeah.
So it's just they consume it differently.
It was weird because there were a lot of people there, and then like they'd score and stuff, and they're just sitting there.
But
not-
also, it's not there. If you go to a soccer game with
Sure.
in Mexico, totally different. But they don't know this game. They don't
I
know
guess
these
so.
people.
Yeah.
BYU women's volleyball was swept by Stanford, and they in the Final Four. And there's lots of good women's basketball, men's basketball scores at x96.com. And make sure you be nice.
What?
Make sure you be nice.
What is it?
just
Sports
in
Twitter
general.
is not very nice right
No,
now.
it sometimes bleeds into my Twitter feed. I can see that it
It's
gets.
so nasty
I'm
right
like, this
now.
is almost like Last Jedi angry, you know?
Nothing to be upset about.
I agree. Thank you. Amy Donaldson.
Crash eastbound I-80 at milepost 117. That's the I-215 West Belt. Right shoulder affected there. But that's the only accident being reported right now. Unless you want to report one, you can do that safely, please. Text it to us, 33986.
Ed Brass texting me. However, the Super Bowl predicted by Very Important Sports, the Saints versus the L.A. Chargers, is still very much alive.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with some old.
Oh, I need to go get that from my
go
desk.
get that. It's
Okay.
old Radio from Hell show stuff.
I don't know if I want to hear it.
I'm not sure I want to hear it either.
Yeah.
But, it's
Well,
coming
Gina
up.
has it.
And round one of your boner voting coming up as well.
Ran Life would like you to help you out with using your home equity. They're offering a free appraisal up to $400, which should do it, for anybody looking to refinance and pull some money out of your home. So if you've owned your home for at least a year, if you've been paying your mortgage, you probably have built up some equity. And the longer you've had your home, the more equity you have in it. And you can pull some equity out of it and use it to remodel or to pay off some high interest debt, maybe some credit card debt, or go on a vacation or pay for Christmas. Appraised values are up, so you probably have a lot of equity. Call Ran Life, 801-478-4500. Ask to speak to a debt consolidation specialist. And if it looks like a good fit, if you have some equity, they'll help you figure out how to do that. So call 801-478-4500. They'll pay up to $400 to get your home appraised, and you can use that money for stuff. Again, it's 801-478-4500 or go to ranlife.com.
The holidays are a time of family, a time of appreciating those you love. It's also a time to remember those who aren't as fortunate. Tonight, thousands of men, women, and children in Utah are experiencing homelessness.
It's from the Girl Scouts. And then there's a nice letter say, "Hey Bill, we get you. You're a guy's guy. You have unassuming strength, a casual confidence, and an uncompromising integrity, and are so dumb you don't know this is a form letter.
Wow, they really know who I am.
You know the spread of Sunday's game and have a steak ready to grill and a cold drink waiting in the fridge. You're man enough to be a Girl Scout." So I've been given a membership in the Girl Scouts.
So what do you?
And then I got this.
Do you have to sell your own Girl Scout cookies?
No, I
now?
think what that means is they'll hit me up periodically for money.
Yeah, it's a great gift,
Yeah.
then.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
say that what they're doing is opening a door to something that you will regret later. But
Now I get this card. Now, little Bill, sick. He's sick. He was very ill. barfing and all that. So that explains the card. And with this card came 3 pairs of really nice underpants. Patagonia, silk weight, boxer briefs.
Underpants.
Which I really like. And they're very, it's expensive underwear. I mean, it's like, I think they're $30 a piece or something like that.
You should get a whole pair of pants for that.
So here's the card that came with it. At least I'm too sick to cause trouble. Trouble.
Trouble.
And then you open it up and says, or am I? ?
This is your Father's Day
Yeah.
card?
Fortunately, you can cover your ass with these. Happy Father's Day. That's it.
Too sick. At least I'm too sick to cause trouble.
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 Yeah, trouble. And
Or
then you,
am I?
And then you open it up.
That's a threat.
Or am I?
That's a threat, is what that is.
That's exactly what it is. So it was my Father's Day threat. Yes. Anyway, that's nice to be a Girl Scout, though.
Snowbird was awesome yesterday for Father's Day. There were a ton of people. Saw lots of friends of the program up there. They had garlic fries. It was perfect. They had bacon on sticks. Big, thick bacon on sticks.
So Gina was happy, and that made it a good Father's Day because she got what she wanted.
Well, no, everybody got. Joe got a massage up at the cliff. Daddy Gary got a massage up at the cliff.
Mm-hmm. But first and foremost, they had garlic fries.
They had garlic fries
They had
and
garlic
bacon on
fries.
sticks.
Yeah. I went out to the Christiansen Family Farm, Hog Heaven in Vernon on Saturday and bought a bunch of meat. That was bought pork and beef. And that's actually for my wife's birthday, who's her birthday today. She wanted meat for her birthday.
The gift of meat.
Everybody's got something.
Yeah. You?
No.
Nothing? Nothing? All right.
What? I'm not a father.
Well, you didn't see your dad.
I did.
Oh, you did see
you
your
did.
Yeah.
See that. How's he doing?
He's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's his
Did you
mustache?
give him meat?
No, he gives me meat.
Oh, okay.
He's the farmer.
Harry gives him money.
Yeah, I give him cash.
We've discussed that. Here, Dad. He does it under the table so nobody can see it. Yeah, there you go. Hold out your hand.
Buy some more life-giving medicine. There you go.
Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96.
All right, 7:05 right now, and we do have round one of your boners coming up. Stand by for that.
So I was cleaning out my storage room and I found a bunch of old cassettes where we used to
tapes.
Where we used to record our show and listen back and see where we can improve.
I never did that.
But
I think
never
it shows.
Never improved.
Nope.
I recorded us, and this is from 1998. And we get accused all the time of, your show has changed so much.
It's gotten so political.
You are so political now.
You never used to be like that.
You used to just have fun.
Yeah.
Interesting how these accusations have been made more frequently in the past 2 years or so, 3 years.
So as I'm listening to this,
And it's been made not only by listeners, but by people who work here.
Yes.
I thought, look at that. So this is us from, and like I told Carrie off there, this is a long break. We may need to dump out of it.
No, I'm just going to say, I don't want to hear it. I'm against this.
Yeah.
And secondly, I'm a different person now.
And just for reference,
and I don't know what is on this tape.
Yeah, you guys haven't heard it. And just for reference point, this is 98. I had just come back to work from giving birth to Festus, who will be 21 in a week. That's how old.
Good Lord.
And how terrible? How terrible are we?
Yeah, is it bad?
No. I mean,
Okay.
but my
All
point
right.
is the show is mostly the same.
Okay.
Oh, that's too bad.
Here we go. Oh, maybe we're lucky in the CD player.
There when they were laughing, though.
That's not how Brack really laughs.
No, it's not. They fell out of character.
Oh, well.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters,
Brethren and sisters.
children of all ages.
Sisterin.
We are, isn't that, cistern is where you get water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cistern.
We're the Radio from Hell show, Carrie, Bill, and Gina, and
I have something else for Gina, actually. Let me grab that.
so I'm driving to work this morning, and I'm listening to some national news report. And they spend a 3-minute chunk of airtime with one of their reporters. I'm Lisa McCree in New York City, or whatever her name was, doing a story from a New York deli.
Oh, the sandwich.
Yeah.
thing.
What?
Well, they've named a sandwich after Bill Clinton. It's got ham and bologna and a tomato and a dill pickle. Because you see, bologna. And why bologna, you ask?
Why bologna?
She said, why? The reporter actually says, and why bologna, you ask? Because you're stupid? Is that why you're asking? I'm just going, what? And she gets paid to go do these stories.
I could do that.
Well, I think of the Clinton sandwich, says one patron, or one of the cooks or something. I think the Clinton sandwich should be all bologna. Don't you just hate radio?
Well, I'm just sick to death of the whole thing anyway, let alone stuff like that.
I just hate radio and radio reporters.
Radio people are who I
hate this
I
show,
do
whatever
this
it
show
is we're
yesterday,
listening
but
to.
some radio station in L.A., probably that funny Kevin and Bean.
They're funny.
On the K-Rock, or maybe that Rick Dees who gets paid like all the money for radio.
This was some time
west
ago.
of the Mississippi. Yeah. Rick Dees gets it.
Is he dead?
And
One
whatever,
check to him.
Still with
and
us.
whatever he doesn't want, we get little bits of it.
The leavings.
Back. I don't need that. Send some of that to Gina.
She just had a child, I understand.
She could use 50 cents.
So at any rate,
Well, now, Rick
So-
Dees did come up with Disco Duck, so you've got to...
my point exactly.
Duck.
So some radio station in Los Angeles, Monica Lewinsky is flying back to Los Angeles to visit her father in Southern California, and some radio station was planning on, when she landed, playing "The Bitch Is Back."
Oh, that's
It was Rick
funny.
It had to be Rick Dees. We'll play the bitches back
Well, you
the
can-
minute her brain touches down.
That's funny.
And I just.
So we're on
shudder.
record as
I
being
shudder
sort
and
of
say to
being political,
myself,
and we've
I hate
always
the
hated our
Hated
business.
radio.
We've always hated the industry that we are in.
We loathe ourselves.
Should we all go
essentially.
do something else then?
Yeah,
Well, I think
mean,
it's
it is
incumbent
terrible.
upon
It
us.
is terrible. I'm hearing that again. I'm still outraged. I am still outraged.
21 years
Yeah,
later, you're
that a
out.
radio station thinks that it would be timely and funny to play the bitches back
Yeah.
when Monica Lewinsky is flying back to Los Angeles.
But
Raising my bar here.
don't do that in front of me.
All right.
So what's my other present?
I
you
got this for you. I got this. This is a Valentine's present.
Forget your bitchin', Bill. Where's my present?
Yeah. It's a giant Reese's peanut butter cup shaped like a heart. It's as big as your baby's
This is when we
head.
used to give each other gifts.
Yeah, we quit that.
No,
Let's
it's
see.
just, the show has always been, we talk about what's going on in the news.
Yeah.
21 years ago, it was Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton.
Slick Willie.
See, it's yeah, and that's what
That's
we
what we
that's
do.
what we do.
That's
is,
what we've always
is
done.
what are we talking about? It's what you're talking about.
Now let's see. In '98, we would have played a song or two.
Yes.
We
Oh,
had.
we throw to a song.
We do?
Yeah.
Have a special Valentine's show on Friday, the 13th.
The 13th.
Oh, I'll bet you some radio people are going to do some wacky stuff with that.
Well, because it's Friday the 13th, there'll be, Valentine slasher sketches. Maybe we ought to do one of those. That sounds kind of funny, actually.
Now that you bring it up.
Jason.
There'll be some wacky stuff with Friday the 13th,
Aren't
I'm
you
sure.
guys going to send your stunt boy out to do something
we
nutty?
should send our stunt boy out to, or make a prank phone call,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Now our
Yeah, we hate radio more than politics, is what I'm getting from this.
coming in.
Today.
Yeah, I think.
It's not going to throw to a song.
No, it's a long break.
It's a long
we
break.
do, though.
What, do you know the song?
I think it was Dinosaur Jr., Feel
Oh.
the Pain.
Back when we played Dinosaur
Yeah,
Jr.
that's
yeah.
what. But it's there's more on there. Maybe we can do later this week or something where there's ads for Futon City.
Futon City.
It sounded like it was a pretty entertaining show.
I mean,
I was enjoying it. Kind of. I thought I would hate it, but I kind of.
we
liked
take
it.
phone calls.
What?
There's phone calls on there.
Do we do
There's-
check-ins?
It's kind of a check-in.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think we did.
And
I think we
there's
stopped doing it at that time.
and somewhere I have some air checks of me doing my extra hard show, which are so bad. So
When you're Gina, Mistress of the Dark.
yeah, so we can play some of those later if you want,
Hmm.
or whatever you want to do with them. Producer and
It was more entertaining than I thought it would be.
listening to old stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
aren't you glad I recorded that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. People are begging for a website that strictly archives.
Now we do Radio from Hell Best of podcast every day. Richie puts up a clip, and I should give these to Richie to have, so you can put these up, the whole thing. Can you put a bigger chunk of stuff up?
Yeah, we could put a bigger chunk of stuff.
But that's all. That's what it is best of, like from today, like something we did today. You'll put on there, but also you'll pull old stuff from.
Yeah, like for today, for example, this break will be, this is a little meta, but this break that we're talking about right now will be one of the Radio from Hell Best of breaks.
Have you been throwing classic stuff on from Dylan's archives as well?
Yeah, we do some of that stuff. We do, there's some old best ofs that are in our system that we'll kind of export and then eliminate them from AirPlay and put
So
them
I
in.
should, I should give you this so you can.
Yeah.
You
We
can
can put
rip
it up.
it in.
Yeah, we're also for the Mistress of the Dark. Am I getting it right? We are going to do a goal for the Road Home funds, and if say Thursday morning by 10 a.m. we hit a certain amount, we'll do some on Friday's
Oh, they're
show.
so bad.
Yeah,
I have a bunch of really old stuff too, but I'm terrible about saving it. It's just all in different.
I've got
places.
a box of cassettes
So
of our
take it
of our
to-
trip to
yeah.
Russia.
You should take it and do what I did and have them transferred to CD, because you'll lose them.
Well, we should be able to do that here. We
Well-
shouldn't have to. We should be. We have the equipment.
I like handing things to a man and saying, I will pick these up on Tuesday.
Nick's a man.
Well, no, I wouldn't go that far.
He's a mannish boy.
I wouldn't go that far. Nick's not a man. He's a. All right. His girlfriend was backstage at the Blue October show, and she said, "Bill, this is the first time I've ever been backstage at a concert. Where are the hookers and the coke?"
Exactly.
I don't see any.
Well, that's usually there.
Yeah, I said,
there
well,
weren't any?
this is kind of a different show.
Oh, okay. Crash northbound I-15 at 650 North on-ramp in Clearfield. Crash eastbound I-80 at milepost 117. That's I-215 West Belt. And I don't see anybody sent anything in via text, but if you see something, you can. 33986.
All right.
Boners round 1 coming up. Here are your candidates. Boner candidate number 1. The Lord knows what a great wife she is. Boner candidate number 2. Well, if you are a Catholic, you are taught this is a mortal sin. And boner candidate number 3. Has anyone seen Baloo? Here, kitty, kitty.
Round 1 of your boners. Also, big boy news coming up after these. Scott Hale Plumbing and Heating and Air.
That's a nice man, Scott Hale. He gave away a furnace.
Yep.
Did we do that?
Yeah.
We did give away that. That was.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to do business with somebody that does nice things like giving away furnaces to people that need them, you can call Scott Hale.
And is the bad air affecting you? Scott Hale can help you with that. Take control of the humidity level in your home. That'll improve your comfort as well as reduce the efforts of the symptoms that you experience with allergies or breathing ailments. See, the humidity levels, when they're high, there's more moisture in the air, and that makes you sweat and feel hotter. There's more, if it also creates an environment where mold can flourish and the conditions that aggravate symptoms for those with allergies or breathing ailments. Also post-nasal drip. It's so you got to adjust the humidity in your house to take care of that kind of stuff, and Scott Hale can help. So get a hold of Scott Hale, Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Just call him, 801-264-HALE. That's 801-264-HALE, or go to scotthale.com.
X96.
Radio from Hell with Carrie, Bill, and Gina. 96.3 FM, X96.
Richie flew back from Cedar City, and he flew back on the plane, on the SkyWest plane, with a celebrity.
I sitting in the waiting, in the waiting room, the lobby, if you will, waiting to get on my plane. Hey,
at the terminal?
At the terminal. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
But, Cedar City has a brand new airport, so it's not really like a terminal.
Mhm.
It's like a cabin, like a mini Cabela's looking
Okay.
airport thing.
Okay.
And terminal was the word I probably should have used there.
Right.
And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I see my old friend Mike Leavitt, former governor and now
his old friend.
Well, and here's why. Hey, Mike. Apparently now Bill told me I should have called him Mr. Secretary. But I said, hey, Mike. Hey, Richie. How's it going?
So how do you know Mike Leavitt? He's from Cedar City.
He's a Cedar SUU grad, and I met him the first time my dad used to work for him.
Oh, that's right.
And then also, though, when I did a TV show down at Southern Utah University called SUU Live, and we had him come on and sing Happy Birthday to us. He thought he was going to be discussing hard-pointed issues, and it was kind of a mix between Saturday Night Live and a Late Show with David Letterman kind of format. And so we got him to come on and sing Happy Birthday to us and eat birthday cake.
Yeah, it was like the Late Show with David Letterman and what else?
And Saturday Night Live.
But kind of the non-funny versions
exactly,
of those.
If you can remove all the humor
from
those.
All of the intelligence and humor out of it. It was kind of like that.
That's exactly what it was. So he's saying Happy Birthday, and he's never let us forget that.
So did you tell him what you were doing? Where you'd been? Did you chat with him at all?
I did. I said, I've been working I was down here for the radio station. He knew that I worked. He said, "How's that going?" I said, "Pretty well, working in Salt Lake. Work for X96." And he kind of went, "Oh," like he knew exactly what that was. I said, "You're welcome to be on the program tomorrow morning if you'd like." I got. I guess he was flying to D.C. later last night too, so obviously he couldn't. But
did he have really any idea what X96 was?
I think he.
I mean, he's been on the show before.
Yeah, his face read like that he had a clue, an inkling, if you will. But just, I asked him. I said, this bird flu really a big deal? Are we really needing to worry about it?
And he said, "Nah."
Yeah, forget it. No, he says, it's kind of like a tropical storm. It could be something big or could be nothing. I said, "Okay, thanks."
What a thoughtful man. He's such a
great.
thoughtful man.
He was a nice guy.
So you rode back to Salt Lake with Mike Levitt, eh?
Yeah.
All right.
He snores, I think. It was either he or his Secret Service guy that was snoring in the front of the plane. There was only 10 of us, so we're like, come on.
I'll bet it's him. You know why he's snoring, don't you?
No idea.
He has bird flu. That's one of the first symptoms. You snore.
I'm surprised he was flying with the bird flu.
Oh, no, it makes it easy to fly. Yeah, that's part of you get the bird flu. Part of it is you start to fly.
96.3 X96.
Going to need it to vote for round one of your boners. Presenting to you now 3 news stories. They are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will decide with your votes. Of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst? Which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day? See if it wins here. It has to defeat the winner of round 2's voting. We're going to do this again at 8:20 with 3 more candidates for you. Take the winner of each round. Throw them both into boner fight at 9:20 this morning. That's when you decide boner of the day. So 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you will vote. So one of you lucky random boner voters will receive
a gift certificate to Utah Pro Scooter. I'll tell you more about that in a minute.
Boner candidate number 1. The Lord knows what a great wife she is. In an Instagram video taken at a celebration, Pastor John Gray, with tears in his eyes, leads his wife to a bow-wrapped car and hands her the keys, saying, "Lamborghini Urus." Pastor Gray, who leads Relentless Church in Greenville, acknowledged on social media that he bought his wife a car for their anniversary and responded to criticism of the purchase. "God help me to make my wife's dream come true. Why not? She has made mine come true." His wife, Avanter Gray, defended her husband in her own Instagram post, saying he gives away cars and furniture as well as coats off his back, in addition to tithing and donations. I don't see anyone screaming about how basketball players drive what they do while you're paying money to see them play in arenas and on fields. "We don't live for people, we live for God," she posted. Gray recently made headlines for welcoming people in need to take money from church donation baskets, especially widows and veterans. Relentless Church did not immediately return requests for comment. In an interview with the Greenville News in December last year, Pastor Gray defended pastors who drive fancy cars. He said at the time that he had very few indulgences, and one of those was to have a fine car.
How much is a Lamborghini?
Well, this is a $200,000 car.
You could buy, you don't know how many poor people you could help with?
Gray said that pastors in general who spend on expensive cars tend to use money from outside ventures like book deals or television rights rather than their church paycheck.
It's all tax-free, though.
Listen.
All of it.
Listen.
I was going to say, that's not the same thing as a NBA player buying a fancy
listen.
No, because the NBA player has to pay taxes.
Listen. Listen, the Lord knows what a great wife my wife is. She deserves to drive
Who's down with GOD?
a $200,000 car. Boner candidate number 1.
Your God is wrong.
Who are you to judge? Here's boner candidate number 2, also of a religious bent. If you're a Catholic, you are taught this is a mortal sin.
All right, I'm looking at you.
Uh-oh, what? I don't know what this is.
Grieving the most tragic loss 2 parents could endure. Jeff and Linda Hallbarger
Oh, I heard about this story.
expected comfort from a priest's homily at their son Mason's funeral. Instead, their priest lectured the hundreds of mourners that suicide is wrong.
Yeah, not
and
not the
repeatedly
time for that.
and repeatedly referenced the 18-year-old's taking of his own life. I looked at Jeff and I thought, what's he doing? Linda Hallberger said. We have 5 other kids. Nobody could believe it, Jeff Hallberger said. I looked at the parish and everyone had the same look on their faces. As the priest's words ripped open the Michigan family's wounds, Jeff Hallberger tried to intervene. After the first few times that he said the word suicide, I approached the pulpit and I told him, I whispered in his ear, Father, please stop. It didn't work. He didn't miss a beat. He kept going. He said that word another handful of times. It made the worst day of our lives worse. The Hallbergers barely had time to process their son's December 4th death when they met with the Reverend Don LaCusta to discuss what they wanted in the homily to be delivered at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Catholic Church in Temperance. We wanted it to be about the family. We wanted him to talk about loving one another, lifting one another up, and being kind to one another. That's what we wanted the homily to be about. But once the priest started speaking, not one word out of his mouth was about what we asked for and what we talked about. It was unprofessional. It was unacceptable. CNN reported this story, and they asked for the priest to respond to comments, and he has not done that. Boner candidate number 2. Well, if you're a Catholic, you are taught this is a mortal sin.
Not the place for that.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Has anybody seen Baloo? Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
All right, we got boner candidate number 3 for round 1 coming up after this big boy news brought to you by.
Step up your wine and cocktail enthusiast giving at Booze Teak, featuring accoutrement, books, bitters, cherries, plus a geek section with Funko Pops. Open 11 to 7 every day in December. Free parking at 315 East Broadway. Mention Radio from Hell for a 15% discount.
Oh, pretty good. Angela Ponce, Spain's Miss Universe hopeful. And a lovely, lovely woman. There's a picture of her at x96.com/live.
She's from where?
Spain.
Spain.
Spain. Says, I don't need to win Miss Universe, and she didn't. No. She didn't make the top 20. I only need to be here. She is the pageant's first ever transgender contestant.
Oh, wow. She's beautiful.
She said, I don't care that I didn't win. This year's title wound up going to the Philippines. Catriona Gray, one of the early favorites, but that didn't stop pageant officials from giving Ms. Ponce, Miss Spain, one of the early or giving Ms. Ponce a chance to speak about her history-making inclusion during a special pre-recorded segment. I'm here to represent diversity of humans in the world, she said. My hope is for tomorrow to be able to live in a world of equality for everyone, simply for us to all understand that we are human and that we must make all of our lives easier together. That reality for many people is going to change. Messages of support were pouring in Sunday on Twitter after Ponce's exit. The tribute to Miss Spain was so beautiful, wrote one user. You may not win the crown, but you've already won and captured our hearts.
Nice.
The 66-year ban on transgender Miss Universe contestants officially ended in 2012, but no one ever made it through to the final competition until Ponce, the 27-year-old, managed to advance back in June after beating out 22 others for the title of Miss Spain. Under the new rules, women who compete in the Miss Universe pageant are now only required to be unmarried and without children. They must also be between the ages of 18 and 28. Ryan Zinke, another high-ranking member of the Trump administration, leaving under a cloud of suspicion. Zinke, the target of numerous federal ethics investigations into issues including potential conflict of interest, will exit at the end of the year. President Trump announced Saturday, Ryan has accomplished much during his tenure. I want to thank him for tearing the nation's wildlands apart. He didn't say that. Zinke's replacement, I'll announce a replacement next week if I can find somebody.
And according to the chat room, they found an NPR article. There has never been this many turnovers in an administration in the span of just the first 2 years, going back 100 years. Also, Zinke insisted that the Christmas party be thrown before he left.
Really?
Yes. He posed with a Santa hat on next to a stuffed polar bear.
Did he get a blender? He wanted the blender.
Trump also tweeted, Zinke is the target of, he's also been, he's accomplished much. He's been the target of vicious, politically motivated attacks, meritless and false claims. Prior to his probes into his conduct, Zinke insisted he found that in each matter the conclusion has always been and always will be, I follow all of the rules. He was the subject of more than a dozen investigations, several of which concluded with no finding of wrongdoing, but a probe headed by the Justice Department is still ongoing. The focus of that inquiry is reportedly a Montana land deal in which a foundation that Zinke founded played a role. Other investigations looked into travel by his wife and Zinke's political activity.
Is he the guy who had the flag raised when he was when I'm in the office?
The flag has to be raised.
Yeah. When I'm in the building.
He's the one who rode a horse to his...
yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, Zinke, you and the horse you rode in on. Nancy Pelosi, who will resume her job as Speaker of the House, blasted Zinke on his way out the door. Secretary Zinke has been a shameless handmaiden for special interests, she said.
That's nicely put.
Yeah. In West Valley, two 24-year-old people are behind bars after police say they purposely ran over and killed their roommate, Tequila Garcia. Andres Mendoza and Alejandra Molina both face charges of domestic violence and criminal homicide after the hit-and-run turned deadly. West Valley police responded to the incident 2 a.m. yesterday morning, and they found Miss Tequila Garcia dead in the road. Police tried to, I guess she was still alive. They tried to save her life, but were unsuccessful. Something that Garcia's friends can't believe. Tequila Garcia's friend of 19 years, Larissa Duazo, said she had to go to the scene to believe it for herself. I can't believe someone did this to her. She was a wonderful person. Arguments should be left as arguments, not something like this. Boy, jeez. Listen. Okay, we told you metal shavings found in Jimmy Dean sausages.
Right. What do I have to worry about now?
Tampons.
No, I don't have to worry.
Kotex tampons. Well, you don't, but some people do. The maker of Kotex tampons has voluntarily recalled several lots of its product because of a defect that can cause them to unravel upon removal, leaving pieces inside consumers' bodies. The company, Kimberly-Clark, said in a statement that the defect has caused an unknown number of consumers to seek medical attention to remove pieces left inside their bodies. There have also been a small number of reports of infections, vaginal irritation, and injury. The recall was limited to specific lots of U by Kotex sleek tampons, regular absorbency. So, not good. And also being recalled, Del Monte canned corn.
No.
Fiesta corn seasoned with red and green peppers.
I remember the Fiesta corn.
It's underprocessed and could result in contamination by spoilage organisms or pathogens.
You boil you up some macaroni,
Yeah.
throw a can of that in there, and you're
There's dinner.
feasting.
I know. And Inspired Organics is recalling their sunflower butter. It has listeria in it.
We can't eat anything anymore.
And don't forget the tahini, the tahini products that were recalled: whole tahini, organic tahini, and seasoned tahini.
I'm seasoned tahini.
See, the Republicans were right. We don't need all these government regulations.
No.
We don't need to inspect the food.
No, we'll just recall it after somebody dies.
Yeah.
All right. Weather, traffic.
A slight chance of some showers today. Not much. Might clear the air out a little bit. 40 for a high today. Traffic, we've got, let's see, Stephanie says an accident just happened 21st South Bangor in the eastbound lane. Thank you. If you see something, you can text it to us at 33986. Got, let's see, crash northbound I-15 at 650 North on-ramp in Clearfield. That's traffic.
All right.
Here's boner candidate number 3. Has anybody seen Baloo? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Well, a Nova Scotia family was reunited with their pet cat Saturday after the animal crawled into a box bound for Alberta, Canada, more than a week ago. Purolator employees, that's a delivery service, discovered the cat in Montreal and called the local SPCA, which tracked down its owners. Jacqueline Lake had been searching for her family's 1-year-old tabby cat for 4 days when she got the call. She and her family thought the cat might have escaped while the kids were leaving for school. They put up flyers and went around the neighborhood knocking on doors and looking under sheds. I was really starting to lose hope that he was going to come back. He was a very docile kitty.
There he is.
But he's very curious and he gets into things. Lake guessed that the cat, Baloo, had crawled into a package containing a tire rim in the hours before she shipped the package off. She thought it was strange that one of the packages weighed 10 pounds more than the others, but dismissed it as a possible problem with the tire rims. He never made a sound, not a single sound. He crawled into the package, and she didn't know he was in there, and she shipped the package off to Alberta. She's extremely grateful to the SPCA and the network of volunteers with the organization Freedom Drivers who brought Baloo back home. I didn't have the money to travel to Montreal to get my kitty back, but we got him. I didn't have to pay anything either. It was amazing they did this for us. She accidentally packaged the kitty up and sent him hundreds of miles away.
And he was okay.
He was okay after being in a box for 4 days, being shipped to another city in Canada.
Oh.
Poor Baloo. Has anybody seen Baloo? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Boner candidate number 3.
Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. The Lord knows what a great wife she is. This is Pastor John Gray, thinking it's okay to take church money and buy his wife a $200,000 Lamborghini. Boner candidate number 2. If you're a Catholic, you're taught that this is a mortal sin. So when you get the priest to speak at your son who has died as a result of suicide, you have the priest speak at the funeral, you know. He's going to say it's a mortal sin. What do you expect? And boner candidate number 3, has anyone seen Baloo? Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
All right, here we go. Let's vote. This is round 1 of your boner voting, okay? You got to decide of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. See if it wins here. It's just the winner of round 1. It'll have to defeat the winner of round 2's voting. That happens at 8:20 with 3 more candidates. Then at 9:20, that's when we throw both winners into boner fight, and you decide boner of the day at that time. So 1, 2, or 3. Those are the candidates that you need to choose between. Round 1, remember the candidate number, the one you think should win. Put that number in the message of a text and then text that to 33986. That's all we need in the message of the text is that single digit, of course. You can call 877-602-9696, vote via phone, or go to x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Voting December 17 and vote there. You got less than 300 seconds to do it, though. Let's go. This is round 1.
Start your workday at 10 a.m. with a 1-hour nonstop music wing ding on X96.
You know who's on the line? I believe this is the impetus to the first all-day show.
Candace.
Candace?
Yes.
How now, you were there for the first all-day show. Oh, yeah.
I was, as Carrie said, I was the something from the radio gods, the idiot or something.
No.
Not so much. He didn't really
The
say
gift from the radio gods.
That was it, yeah.
But
And I was the one that brought the alcohol.
You are the first. You were the one who started the tradition of bringing us booze.
Exactly. And I'm so upset. Y'all got pedicures and I didn't.
Well,
I would have liked one.
Well,
you should have asked.
Well, I was in and out of the house all day.
Candy Bear.
Well, then you couldn't.
Then you couldn't have gotten one anyway.
Candy Bear. I'm not sure what.
Not. Did you say Candy Bear or
Yeah.
Daddy Bear?
Candy Bear.
Oh, that's cute.
You're
Better
my-
than Candy Ass.
You're my little Candy Bear.
Who is this?
Don't you know?
No, I don't know.
Who is this?
It's your mother.
I think
Hi.
Candy's
Candy?
been drinking today already.
Candy, hi, it's Mitt
No,
Candy, hi,
I
it's Mitt
haven't.
Romney.
Candace,
Ew.
do you have any idea what you're listening to or where you are?
It's a country station, and I'm in Texas. No, of course I do, you silly gooses. That
Candy?
was ridiculous.
Candy Bear?
Don't call me Candy, please. My dad hated that.
It's Candace.
It's Candace, Carrie.
Yes, it's Candace.
If
Bill,
your dad
and I
hated
will-
that, he shouldn't have named you Candace.
Yeah.
He's no longer living. That's rude.
Well, I'm sure his feelings are hurt.
Did you call us Candace?
Yes, I did, and
she
I
did.
meant to get abused.
Okay, because I thought maybe the interns had called you and then
No, nobody
just picked your name
remembers.
out of a phone book or something. Nobody
You
remembers.
wish.
Nobody remembers what, Candace?
Any of this.
Any of.
And I'm even on the CD, and I'm so sad.
She's
I'm
the
joking.
she's the phone call. She's the reason.
She's the reason that we did the
story.
because I didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
tell my Hawaii story.
No, it
or
was your Vegas.
My Vegas story.
Vegas
my
story,
Vegas
that's
story.
right.
Exactly.
And
And Carrie, I saw you at that one clothing store. I don't remember.
You remember, Carrie?
was
Oh,
was I
yeah,
was I was I buying my garments?
It was that one
it that
clothing
one?
store.
That one
No.
clothing store.
I don't know what you call him. Come on, help me out. A thing.
You
a
know.
mannequin,
A thing.
Whatever.
I can.
Oh,
I can,
was it a remote?
You know, I can see why you were the impetus for the all-day show because it takes all day to get anything out of
Holy
you.
crap! You've been doing this all day. I'm tired too, and yes, other whatever.
She's
But
drunk.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm just embarrassed.
Candy Bear.
This is the note you want to go out on.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, no,
Oh, Candace, you've been rickrolled. I'm sorry.
God bless you, Candace.
All right.
I'm glad that somehow you started the all-day show, but no, that's not the note we want to go out on.
Well, we got 20 minutes.
But as with all of our all-day shows, I seem to remember that they go out with not with a bang but a whimper.
I've been whimpering for the last hour and 20 minutes.
They just kind of peter out at the end. So,
Well, Gina, I'm used to your whimpering.
It's what I do.
from hell.
All right, 7:45. Time to award round one of your boner voting.
And round one of the boner voting is brought to you by,
In part
by some sushi.
Some sushi.
Yeah.
And Utah Pro Scooters has the gift for all ages. Utah Pro Scooters carries all the top brands, offers free service with every scooter purchased. Locations in Layton Hills Mall and Sandy. Utah Pro Scooters is Wasatch Front's only pro scooter shop, and I believe we gave away a $35 gift card to a random boner voter.
Yeah, we did. Jessica Christiansen won that gift card. So we had boner candidate number one. The Lord knows what a good wife she is. She deserves a $200,000 Lamborghini from the church funds. She does. That's what Pastor Gray said.
NBA players get cars
Sure.
and people never complain about that.
The Lord knows about that too. And then there's boner candidate number two. If you're a Catholic, you're taught this is a mortal sin. What would you expect, huh? What would you expect the Catholic priest to say at the? I just don't think maybe you shouldn't ask the father to speak at your.
Well, but
I've seen that.
If they sat down and talked to him, they're like, okay, we talked to him, we told him what we wanted to do. You'd think it'd be all right.
I've seen this go bad in other circumstances as well. I think maybe you should have a lay person speak at a funeral in that kind of a circumstance. Yeah. And then boner candidate number 3. Has anybody seen Baloo? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. They accidentally did it, I guess, but I think it was kind of negligent to box the kitty up and send him to another city. Fortunately, they got Baloo back. The winner, overwhelmingly, although number 1 did pretty well, the pastor, but the funeral. If you're a Catholic, you know this is a mortal sin.
You put two religious-y things in the same
accidental.
round.
That's just the way it happened.
All right, that's your winner of round 1's voting. It now goes forward to Boner Fight. It'll face off against the winner of round 2's voting. That'll happen at 8:20. 3 more candidates. We'll get another champion of that round there and throw them both into the Boner Dome at 9:20 for Boner Fight, and that's when you will decide Boner of the Day.
I was running late, and I was in kind of a hurry, or I
That's
might have
all right.
readjusted it. But okay, so I do have 2 emails of some interest. So I don't. If you want to break out the.
Well, I don't know. You say of some interest.
Well, there was one of. They're of interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't break out the music unless they're of interest. All right.
Yeah.
Emails of interest.
Now the first one, I'll do the first one. This is baby names.
Oh, good.
Okay. So that's of interest, right?
Sure.
Yeah. This one says, "Good morning, lords and lady." So I guess it's to us and Richie, because people. I hope people realize that when we say the lords of morning radio, that's the 3 of us.
I'm a lord.
Yeah. So the lady is, of course, Richie.
Sure.
I hadn't wrote earlier this year for my first blood child. This is baby names.
Okay.
Oh.
And I figured I'd better get a post-approval on the name.
But it's too late.
Well, no, it's not.
Oh.
If we don't approve, we will demand a change in the baby name. Plus, we're expecting again. My poor wife.
That was fast?
Yeah.
Wow.
And have another name for you to approve.
Okay.
Now, I guess it's okay that we use the last name here. His last name is in the email.
Sure.
The last name is Langford.
Okay.
So this is the already born child. So I already know what it is, and I'm pretty much okay with it, but I hope you guys are.
Okay.
It's Oliver Thomas.
Sure.
Oliver Thomas Langford.
He'll be an author. I see author Oliver Thomas Langford.
I guess generationally we're far enough away from Cousin Oliver on the Brady Bunch to be a factor.
No,
Okay.
I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
you're fine.
The Sippy Cup by Oliver Thomas Langford. Yeah.
The Christmas stapler.
All right. So you're safe.
Yeah.
You're safe.
You did okay with that.
Okay. The one on the way. It's I guess it must be a boy again. Owen McCrae Langford.
Now you say Owen and Carrie.
Owen!
Yeah.
I immediately,
Owen, you little poop!
I immediately go to throw Mama from the train.
Owen! Owen!
But again, that's
I had a cat named Owen once because of that.
But that's an older reference.
Yeah, not a lot
Most
of people.
People don't.
Again, generationally, we're getting away
But
from
you
it,
know what
bro.
you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing the same letter with the name thing is what you're doing.
What?
Oliver and Owen. You're got the same.
Well,
because then are you committing to that? Then if you have a third child, do you do another O name? Are you the O name kid family?
my brother's Kevin.
Does that matter? I mean,
I'm just saying it's
Is
of
it on
note.
purpose, or-
That's what I'm wondering. Is are you looking for an O name?
I'll say this: if you do have a third kid and it's not an O name, he's going to feel left. He or she is going to feel left out.
This is what I'm
now
saying.
he says spelling pending on the middle name. He wants to spell it MC capital CRAE. I don't think that matters one way or the other.
I assumed that was like a family name.
Yeah, see, that says to me he's just picking this name
Yeah.
randomly for a middle name.
Well, I don't know. I would assume.
I'm not as worried about the middle. You can do whatever you want with the middle name. I think.
Yeah, Tiberius.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
I don't know.
I don't know. I think you need to decide: are you the O kid family?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are, that means you got to commit to it for all your kids.
So if it's a girl, what's an O name? Ophelia.
Olivia.
Oprah.
Oprah.
Yeah. So if you're going to have a girl, it's going to be an Oprah. Okay. Well, it's all right, I guess. Both of them are okay. Make Mine Do. Geek Show says, "Hey Bob," and Gina, don't get up.
Thanks.
All right. Here comes the next one. Second letter.
Okay.
All right.
Not nearly so fun. Can you guys find a different way to give away your morning prize? I don't like being up so early in the morning, and just like the three of you have said, I don't care at all for 3 words that idiots want to call the radio station with.
Oh, check-ins.
Yeah. You guys are using that segment as a crutch.
Sir, everything we do is a crutch.
Deliver the news, please. Joe.
Joe, I think
Okay.
you misunderstand what we do.
You want me to read it again here?
Yeah,
Okay.
let me take this in a bite at a time here.
Can you guys find a different way to give away your morning prize?
Okay, we didn't give away a prize this morning,
No.
so it's not
Obviously,
always.
it's not that.
Yeah.
So
I don't feel like being up so early in the morning, just like the 3 of you have said.
yeah, well, we get up at 3. We're not crazy about it either.
I don't care at all 3 words that idiots want to call the radio station with.
Okay, then don't listen.
Yeah,
You guys are using that segment as a crutch.
That's the sentence that is confounding me.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
we can't think of anything else to do here, so we're gonna do.
No,
Yeah, there's plenty of.
We
things.
did things there before.
Yeah.
There are plenty of things that
This
we
is-
can do.
Just a different thing.
Deliver the news, please.
Well, the news
Joe.
doesn't happen there. The news happens
don't-
after that.
That's all Joe wants is news.
I don't know what. Well, he doesn't like being up early in the morning.
Joe, it sounds like you need to sleep in.
Well, I
and-
think he has to be up in the morning, and he's irritated that we're doing that. I have to be up in the morning, and that's just irritating me, is what he's saying.
Joe didn't give us suggestions, really. I mean,
The subject of his email is morning drive time radio. I have to be up in the morning, and you're doing something that's just irritating the crap out of me.
Joe? What would you like? us to
Exactly.
do?
See, I don't mind your criticism, but how about a suggestion to you
Well,
know,
he does have a suggestion.
to
Just deliver the news, please.
That's
Just
the only thing he
deliver
wants us to
the
do.
news.
All more. So 4 hours of news.
Well, then we get complaints about that.
Yeah, you guys never do anything
So-
fun.
So what do we do, Joe?
Just stop irritating me.
Do we just inform? I'm sorry, people. Joe has asked us to just do. I know you would like to do some other things, but Joe, and this isn't my Joe, by the way.
No, it's Joe Magnuson. It says here, Joe Magnuson.
Joe Magnuson.
Joe Magnuson.
It's a familiar
Well,
name.
should I? Maybe I should send him back an email and say, Joe, could you elaborate a little
Give
further?
us-
What-
give us some-
Tell
some
us what
specifics.
to do instead.
Yeah. What would
Constructive criticism.
That's what it is.
Could you expand on just deliver the news, please? What do you really want?
Exactly.
All right.
All right. Emails of some interest.
If you have an email of interest, radio from hell at x96.com.
All right. I'll send him back an email.
Crash southbound Redwood Road at 38th South. Crash southbound I-15 at Shepherd Lane in Davis County off to the right shoulder. To check our message stream quickly. Nope, nothing there. But if you see something, please text it to us, 33986.
All right. Thank you very much. Coming up after these, Bill Frost will be here to give his list. He's not calling it the best shows of the year.
Shows?
He's calling his list his favorite shows of the year.
okay.
He's not calling it the best. His favorite shows of the year. Coming up after these. Stand by. See if your tastes match with Frost's. Quip is the electric toothbrush that I've been telling everybody about. GETQUIP.com/X96. And I think there's probably still time for you to get it in time for Christmas.
I'd do it right now.
Yeah, if you do it today, I would certainly. It's a great stocking stuffer, and it's great for holiday travel because it's compact. I tried once taking my regular electric toothbrush, my old one, traveling with me. You got the docking station. It's big and bulky, and those heads are expensive. The brushes and everything. So Quip makes it clean and easy. Multi-use cover, mounts onto mirrors, unmounts, slides over the bristles for on-the-go brushing. And again, great for a stocking stuffer. One of the many reasons why I love Quip and why I think it's a great gift. They have over 5,000 verified 5-star review. Quip looks like a big-ticket tech gift with a stocking stuffer price starting at just $25. And if you go to getquip.com/X96 right now, you get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush, but you don't have to tell your giftee that. So that's your first refill pack for free at getquip.com/X96. Do that /X96 so that you get the deal and we get the credit.
Here at X96, we're not going to pretend that we're the smartest people in the room or the world. I mean, come on. We get paid to goof off on the radio.
Then I went upstairs to work and get up there about 3:30, and I just kept thinking all morning. I have no thoughts. There is nothing going through my mind. My noggin is empty.
You're not angry about anything?
No, but I'm sure you'll change that at some point here pretty quickly.
Well, you should be grateful for that.
I am. You people don't know how grateful I am that if all else fails, Gina can get me going. Just
happy to help.
Yeah, and not in a.
I thought you'd be all upset about Prince Philip. I thought that would get you going today.
Who gives a rat's ass about Prince Philip? Not me.
I don't know, man. There was a press release.
It's about. Listen, I think if he needs to step back, that's fine.
I thought
seems a little early at 95.
It would give you a chance to talk about how he farts all the time.
I don't know.
He has more time to fart now that he's stepping back from something like that.
He can't step back because he farts so much. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about that. There's very little in the news right now that I care about.
Healthcare? You don't care about that?
I'm the opposite. I care about a lot of it, but I don't want to talk about it because it's just going to make me mad.
See, and I think what it is.
If you were a woman, you'd be upset about healthcare.
I think what it is that I've become pretty numb.
Steve Hatch Family Chocolates. I saw him post on Facebook yesterday, and it's a picture of him standing there going, "Guess what? I'm a walking pre-existing condition."
Exactly. He has dwarfism.
He said I obviously made poor choices in utero.
Yeah.
that made.
Yeah. I mean, but they don't give a good God
There you go. There's
about
the man. There's the man.
They don't care.
There it is.
That smug
There it is.
son of a bitch, Paul Ryan.
There it is.
With his big ears sticking out. I'm going to the gym. I wear my hat backwards.
Oh, he gets to keep Obamacare, by the way.
Yeah,
oh, sure.
They
Yeah.
get. They want it. They want it. They got a special dispensation in there. They get it. Y'all don't.
I don't think insurance should cover the pre-existing condition of meanness.
Follow him on Twitter at RFHBill. Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, is it sponsored, Gina?
Yes, Haster Games has the best selection of the latest board games, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and more. It's a great place to play. Get awesome stocking stuffers. Take advantage of December daily deals. Follow them on Facebook or go to hastergames.com.
Hello, Bill Frost.
Oh.
Bill is here looking a little grizzled.
Grizzled?
Grizzled.
Sure.
I haven't shaved for a while. Looks good.
Yeah, it's the holidays.
Is that
Why
what
not?
you...
Yeah.
I don't shave during the holidays either.
I don't
just let it
really
go.
want to. I don't want to.
Let it go.
I don't want to know that. Bill is here to talk about the TV and his favorite TV shows of 2018. Bill also writes a lot of stuff for Slug Magazine. He does a podcast called TV Tan and makes music with Magda Vega. All of that can be found at billfrost.tv.
Yeah, all that.
All that.
There is some new stuff this week.
Okay.
Just a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen DeGeneres tomorrow night drops her first comedy special in 15 years.
People forget she's a stand-up comedian.
This is a Netflix thing. It's called Relatable.
Okay.
Okay.
Where did I see an article? It's an interview with her somewhere, and it's called Ellen DeGeneres Isn't That Nice?
Yeah, I think I saw that one too.
I don't know where it was.
It was promoting this special, yeah. And Wednesday, Full Frontal, a Christmas special with Samantha Bee. Christmas on Ice, ICE.
Yay.
And I don't know if you caught last week's episode of Full Frontal. There's a brief bit about Prop 2 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're lumped in with a bunch of examples of Republicans after they lose elections, changing things before they hit the door.
Like Wisconsin. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Thursday, for you fans of Timeless, there must be somebody out there.
Yeah, they brought it
It was
back.
a time travel show.
Yeah.
And they canceled it on NBC. They're wrapping it up with a 2-hour movie of sorts.
Sort of tying up loose ends.
Yeah, they're going to try to anyway.
I think I think it's nice that they want to try and do that.
Yeah, well, they canceled this show once after the first season, then uncanceled it, and then recanceled it after the second season.
It's a time travel show. You'd think they'd be able to look ahead and see what was going to happen.
Well, I think somebody's coming back and changing the timeline to get this show to stay on the air. On Friday, Marvel's Runaways Season 2 on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
The whole thing.
Yeah, they've finally gotten to running away.
Yeah.
In Season 2, apparently.
And on Sunday, beloved tale Watership Down.
Yeah, I played the trailer for these guys
on Netflix.
It's a BBC production of Watership Down.
Yeah,
star-studded cast, but
you got a Doctor Who and an Professor X in there.
Yeah, it's back to damage more childhoods.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
Yeah. What was the movie was that in the 70s?
Oh yeah,
the original one.
Yeah,
that was a beating.
Oh,
Nasty Rabbits.
And they made us watch it in school.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right. And last week, Richie suggested I come up with some, best of something to close out the year with. I just went with my favorites. I just picked 10 that came to me right away.
Okay.
Because the list would be too large.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There were 500 hours of original programming on TV this year.
Too many shows.
My first one was Killing Eve.
Excellent.
A BBC America show starring Sandra Oh. You can find that on Hulu now.
Oh, okay.
The first season, it's about 8 episodes. Really cool show. Barry on HBO.
I like Barry.
Really like Barry.
Bill Hader.
Mm-hmm.
You can find that on HBO Go or Now or HBO Amazon.
When are we going to get another season of that?
Soon.
I feel like it's been a while, so
Yeah.
it should be.
It is a go for Season 2.
Yeah.
I don't think they've announced when.
Sometime
but-
next year.
Yeah.
More likely.
Follow Henry Winkler on Twitter. I'm sure he'll let you know.
He'll let you know.
He's delightful.
Henry Winkler.
Mr. Cusimano.
BoJack Horseman.
Now this is I'm late to the game on BoJack. They started running it on Comedy Central
Yes.
every Wednesday night, I
Yes.
think, and so I've been catching it there with Season 1.
Yeah, that's season 5. There are 5 seasons in now, and season 5 was probably one of the best they've. I'm going to say it's the best one they've done.
I know you've always liked this
Yeah.
show.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep telling you about it until you watch it.
I am watching it.
I'll try at some point.
At some point, Bill, you'll come in here and Bill Allred will say, "Have you heard of this BoJack Horseman? I just found it."
Yeah, sure, I will. I'm sure I'll do that, Gina, because I've heard about it. Critics have loved it. Bill Frost has loved it. I'll finally discover it somehow. I know I will.
Lodge 49.
Will that come back?
Yeah, they picked it up for a second season.
Good. I really enjoyed that.
I don't know where they're going to go, but it's a very strange little show starring Wyatt Russell, son of Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find that AMC On Demand, the AMC app.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
It grows on you. It's a very gentle show, and it's kind of slow to build. But when
Isn't it kind of Big Lebowski?
A little
kind
bit.
of?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Altered Carbon, this is from earlier in the year, sci-fi series on Netflix.
I liked it, but I've already forgotten what it's about.
It was a while ago, so yeah.
Season 2 coming soon, and the new star of the show is the guy who plays Falcon in the Avengers movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the new star of the show.
Yeah, Joel Kinnaman is not back.
Joel Kinnaman's gone because that's the whole point of the show is sleeves. You can get into a different body.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're
So,
transferring your consciousness to other bodies.
So it's
Okay.
easy to fire actors and get new ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
The Good Place.
Very
NBC.
Very good. Very
It
good.
just there's not a stinker among the episodes.
Yeah.
There's not a dead one among them.
First couple of seasons are on Netflix. There's also one season on Hulu.
It's Ted Danson.
Mm-hmm. But again, that is a show you need to watch in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't jump in on this one.
I know I missed a bunch of them, and then
Yeah.
my wife has followed it all the way along, so I tried to watch some of them. Later on, I'm going, nah, I'm out. I can't.
If you can do 20 minutes a week,
Yes.
it's satisfying.
Yes. I also put in here Glow, a really good second season on Netflix this year.
Mm-hmm.
Homecoming on Prime Video. I did not expect to like this one at all.
Yeah, what is it? I'm
That's
not.
the
Julia Roberts.
Oh, the Julia Roberts
From
show.
the guy who does Mr. Robot. So the visuals
Sam
on this show
Esmail.
are very Mr. Robot.
What's the story of Homecoming?
Julia Roberts plays a sort of a psychologist for. There's a company who has a program to introduce war veterans back into society.
Okay.
But they're
Maybe they're up to something.
they're dabbling in some questionable practices.
Okay.
And this takes place in two kind of different timelines where there's an investigation going on, and she's since left the program.
Was this a podcast?
It was a podcast.
I listened to this. Was David Schwimmer?
Yes.
I listened to that podcast.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
The David Schwimmer role went to Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah.
In the series.
This was a pretty good podcast.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
It's worth checking. It was a little slow at times, but the visuals are just amazing. And of course, you got to have the Americans on there.
Which I started, and I think it was season 2 that did it to me, and I went, nah. And then I hear it got better.
Yes, it did. 6 seasons altogether on Amazon Prime Video. You can watch
Kerry
them all there.
Russell, right?
Yes, Kerry Russell. And those were just 10 favorites that came to me right away. Otherwise, the list would have been ridiculous.
Well, it's because
exactly.
I got hooked on that J.K. Simmons show. My wife and I just breezed through the first season.
Yeah.
We got hooked on it. It's just great.
Counterpart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just excellent. He's so damn good. He's just astonishing.
There's a reason to watch Stars.
There's a reason to keep it around, yeah.
He is great.
American Gods will be back at some point.
Exactly.
Watch that too.
Here's hoping that they're able to save it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Is that good? That's good.
That's good.
Thank you very much, Bill Frost, everybody.
BillFrost.tv.
Yeah.
That's stuff you can binge over the holiday.
Yeah, do that.
Let's see. Crash eastbound US 40. This is up in Park City at the Silver Summit. Right shoulder being affected there. Crash northbound I-215 at 29th South. Crash southbound Redwood Road 38th South. And crash southbound I-15 Shepherd Lane in Davis County. That's traffic.
Let's see. We've got Boners Round 2 coming up. And let me get those for you. And I can't. Well, I think this is the order. Boner candidate number 1. Maybe she really needed some cat poop. Number 2. Don't you think he'd be a dandy governor for Utah? And boner candidate number 3, having fun at the campfire cleanup site.
All right. So we got round 2 of your boners. Big boy news all coming up after these. UCare.
UCare, they want to help clean the air around in Utah, and they really need to
We all need to help.
UCare, poor air quality impacts everybody. It's bad for our health and the environment and the economy. So there are easy things that you can do to help improve our air quality. And it might save you some money, too. That's an added bonus. Don't idle your car. Shut it off, even if you're going to be like in a drive-through line. I went to the car wash the other day, and there were a lot of people at the car wash. I turned my car off every time, even though I was there for 45 seconds.
Yeah, they say if it's more than 30 seconds,
Yeah.
turn your car off.
Skip a trip. Try to trip chain. Telework. Bike or walk if you can, and take public transit. Those are just some of the simple things. Go to ucare.org, ucair.org, for ways that you can help improve the air. UCare, ucair.org.
X96, Downtown Alliance, and the Gateway present
All right, so we're downtown now. We're Broadway Media.
Yeah.
Because our building is on Broadway.
Yeah.
Third South.
Third South. Now, the mayor has taken an awful lot of time and money to build very special bicycle lanes.
Yes.
Here on Thursday.
Dedicated.
They're very nice.
Dedicated. So I'm walking down Broadway yesterday, and here comes a bike rider toward me on the sidewalk.
Jerk.
On the sidewalk.
He's on the sidewalk, riding his bike down the sidewalk, coming towards me.
Wienermobile! Sorry. For some reason, the Wienermobile's outside. I'm sorry.
I knew she'd do that. I ignored it.
You ignored the Wienermobile?
I did.
You know, you can acknowledge in your head the Wienermobile when someone's in the middle of telling a story.
I'm sorry.
You know.
It's on 3rd South, Broadway, where your story takes place.
So the bike's coming toward you.
Bike's coming toward me on the sidewalk.
Tell the story to me and shut up her mic.
Yeah. And so and this is exactly how I did it. I wasn't a jerk about it. I wasn't, hey! I never did that.
Mm-hmm.
I went like this. Bike lane. You could use the bike lane. Said it exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as the guy zipped past me, he yells, F off.
Hug off.
I mean, why? I would think you would prefer to use the bike lane.
Sure.
Why would it be more attractive to drive down the sidewalk than
What sort of
the bike lane?
What could you tell? What sort of
it was
biker and
well, he was casual, I think.
Was
because
it a hipster or was it,
it was
a guy?
kind of a hipster.
Or was it a DUI
It was
guy?
a mountain bike, younger guy, no helmet.
Not a DUI guy.
No. But then a minute later, so I just kept walking. A minute later, he scoots right up next to me.
Were you nervous?
And I'm like, I didn't know what to think.
Mm-hmm.
He said, dude, I listen every morning. That was an awesome interaction.
He turned around and came back.
He realized who it was that he had just told to hug off. Yeah.
And I went, okay. I just, the mayor spent an awful lot of time and money on that bike lane. I just thought you might want to use it, is all.
Mm-hmm.
Did he explain why?
He rambled about how he's a passenger, he's a rider, he's a pedestrian, he just goes wherever, some sort of crazy.
Oh, he's like...
It didn't make any sense, and I just kept walking. So.
But he turned around and came
back.
Did he apologize?
Did not apologize. I think that was his way of apologizing.
Saying I listen to your show.
Saying
is
I
an
listen to your show
apology.
every morning after I tell you to F off.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I might have said, that doesn't make it okay.
I didn't care to interact anymore. Once he started going on about how he's a pedestrian and a passenger and all that.
Doesn't make any sense.
I went, okay, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk.
Radio from Hell show on X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
All right, remember that info. You're going to need it to vote for round 2 of your boners. Presenting to you now 3 news stories. They are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you'll decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. If it wins here, it's the winner of round 2. Good for you. You're not boner of the day yet. You got to beat the winner of round 1's voting. We'll throw both of those candidates into the boner fight at 9:20 this morning. That's when you'll decide boner of the day. So 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. And one of you lucky random boner voters will receive
a Stretch the Truth Trump doll.
Yeah, those because those are really popular. A lot of people
for Christmas
want them.
gift giving.
A lot of people want them. Now I'm going to screw up his name. The guy who
You've screwed
came
it up
with
so
him.
much you've made me forget.
It's
what it
Eric,
is.
right?
Maybe.
Eric?
Yes.
Because
Eric.
Trump has a son
Oh, right.
named Eric.
That's
That was
right.
your way of remembering.
He was just going to be with us for I think a month, and he's signed up for a whole because people want him so much. And I think it's great that a portion of the money goes to the veteran.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's boner candidate number 1. I had them in the wrong order initially, but now they're in the right order. Having fun at the campfire cleanup site. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Really?
Pretty reprehensible.
These are 3 really strong boner candidates. 3 construction company employees assigned to clean up the campfire burn zone were fired and face criminal investigations after one of them allegedly posted to social media a series of offensive photos showing themselves in the scorched Northern California area, particularly I think it was the town of Paradise. The big crane and rigging employees were fired following their abhorrent behavior cleaning up the town of Paradise, which was destroyed by the campfire. A spokesperson for the Paradise Police Department confirmed to Fox News on Sunday that officials have opened a criminal investigation into the employees' behavior and were consulting with the Butte County District Attorney's Office. The photos appeared to show the workers goofing off at the homes lost in the deadly fire. In one photo shared by the Town of Paradise Facebook page, a man was seen sitting on a mailbox that was shaped like a fire truck, alongside the caption, "I got to ride on a fire truck today." One photo showed employees pretending to drive an RV, which was almost completely burned.
Oh, is that what that picture is at x96.com/live?
Another photo, which appeared to show a dead cat with a bottle placed near its mouth, was captioned, "Dude, I was just chilling with my homies having a couple of cold ones and bam, damn fire breaks out."
Ah, that's nice.
The company wrote on Facebook Saturday that the employees' behavior was not consistent with our company values and ethical code. Big said those affected by the campfire suffered an egregious insult during an already devastating time. The campfire was fully contained toward the end of the month. It killed at least 85 people and damaged and destroyed thousands of homes and other structures. Boner candidate number 1, having fun at the campfire cleanup site. Boner candidate number 2, don't you think he'd be a dandy governor for the state of Utah? Former Representative Jason Chaffetz appeared on Fox News and spoke about the death of a 7-year-old Guatemalan girl who was in the custody of U.S. Border Control when she died, saying, quote, "Don't make this journey. It will kill you."
Okay, for all of the people that are saying that, because Jason Chaffetz isn't the only one.
Yeah.
What does it say to you that a parent would be willing to put their children in this kind of danger? Doesn't that say to you, boy, things must be really bad where they're coming from? This argument of don't make this journey because it's dangerous for kids, that doesn't make you turn around and wonder why they're leaving in the first place?
But the point being here, Gina, what does it say to you about Jason Chaffetz that he uses this as a warning?
Yeah, I know.
The girl, Jacqueline Carl Maquin, died last week after she was taken into custody by Border Patrol with her father.
Now, see,
the Washington Post says.
A lot of people are missing that part. She was under our care at this time.
The girl's death should not have happened, Chaffetz said, and should serve as a warning to other immigrants making treks to the U.S. border. The sad reality of this is that we have a 7-year-old girl that's died, Chaffetz said. She should never have made the journey. That should be the message. Don't make this journey. It'll kill you, he said.
Her father asked the people at the place they were being held for help, because he could see that she was in trouble. And it was an hour and a half after he asked for help that they had people come in and even look at her. And then they called the ambulance.
But Jason Chaffetz is using it to warn people, don't come here. You're an ass.
He's an evil, horrible person.
Don't you think he'd make a great governor for Utah?
No.
He'll be your next governor.
But no.
Stop.
There was a poll taken, I saw.
I'm telling you right now.
There was a poll taken. He came in A far distant
He will be
second.
labeled, Spencer J. Cox will be labeled as not conservative enough.
I don't know. I don't
He's
know
a
if-
rhino, they'll call him.
I don't know if
guarantee.
Jason Chaffetz will run for governor. I think he's enjoying his Fox.
I hope you're right.
gig.
I hope he stays away.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Well, maybe she really needed some cat poop.
Boner candidate number 3 coming up. Stand by for that after these big boy news and opiniondos brought to you by.
Go to Hale, Scott Hale Plumbing, Heating, and Air for a $49 furnace tune-up, which includes a 19-point safety inspection. Scott Hale, amazingly different, surprisingly better. ScottHale.com.
Just in time for New Year's Eve, Utah will impose the country's strictest limit for alcohol consumption.
Good luck.
The law, which was passed March 2017 by Governor, which was signed into law by Governor Herbert, will define driving under the influence as having a blood or breath alcohol concentration of 0.05 grams or greater, which is lower than the national standard of 0.08. It also states that a person with a blood alcohol concentration level of 0.05 or higher who operates a motor vehicle in a negligent manner causing the death of another will have committed an automobile homicide, a felony. The law will take effect on December 30th. The National Transportation Safety Board has been recommending for years that states make this change, saying in a 2013 report that more than 100 countries have already established, per se, blood alcohol limits at or below 0.05. Utah is the first state to follow the advice. The average-sized man reaches a 0.05 blood alcohol level by having more than 2 standard drinks in the first hour and over 1 drink each hour thereafter, according to a police agency in Australia, which has a 0.05 blood alcohol limit. Alcohol-impaired driving fatalities accounted for 29% of more than 37,000 auto-related deaths in 2017. You remember the Buddha head in Sugar House?
Oh, yeah. Vandalized?
That was vandalized.
Mm-hmm.
A little more than 2 months after somebody destroyed that Buddha head at the Sugar House shrine, the broken terracotta statue was repaired and the space reopened in a rededication ceremony. Ben Dieterle, a Zen Buddhist, it really was devastating for him when that head was broken. But just 6 weeks after he and his friends dedicated the site, known as the Buddha on 9th, the shrine was a popular stop for neighbors and others who left flowers and lit incense. But since that time, it's been fine. It's been
good.
And now Ben, who I've gotten to know at the Zendo, the Zen Buddhist temple down at Art Space, he's doing a really nice thing. He's calling it the 9-day circle of giving.
That's nice.
Yeah. So what he's doing
Take a look
is
at that, x96.com/live.
That's the Buddha head. It's in his front yard, and he's built a nice little housing around it, a little temple. And what he's doing is he's having people drop off gifts at that Buddha shrine. It's the 9-day circle of giving.
Nice.
So between now and the 24th of December, people can drop off gifts there, and people in need of a gift can pick up a gift.
Oh, that's nice.
So gifting and receiving occurs during daylight hours. So at night, before it gets dark, he'll go out and pick up the gifts and take them inside. But then at daylight, he'll put the gifts back outside. And if you need a gift, either for yourself or to give to someone else, you can just go select a gift.
This is somebody who's taken something bad that happened and trying to put some good back into the universe.
Ben is a really fine individual. He's a really nice guy. The address is 1917 South on 9th East. Isn't it? It's a beautiful Buddha head.
It's a nice looking.
It's a big terracotta Buddha head. He bought the original one a few years ago. It's a beautiful thing, and people stop by all the time and just stand there and contemplate or or meditate for a few minutes. Sometimes people sit there around it. And Ben is he's a really wonderful guy. I mean, just talk to him. He's just a really sweet man. So anyway, it's the 9-day circle of giving. And maybe we'll get a hold of Ben and maybe talk to him, or he can come into the studio tomorrow and talk a little bit more about it. A group of protesters in Ogden retraced the path Saturday of a pursuit that led to a fatal officer-involved shooting earlier this month. With candles and customized shirts and signs in tow, a group of 7 people walked Saturday looking for justice. Rest in peace, Anthony, one person shouted as they walked. The group marched in solidarity for 18-year-old Anthony Borden. Not even 2 weeks ago, Borden was shot and killed by an Ogden police officer. Ogden police said Borden was wanted in connection with several robberies during a stakeout in early December at a nearby apartment complex. Police watched as Borden left the building and got into a stolen car and then led them on a pursuit from 7th Street, 12th Street, and Depot Drive. That's when police said Borden crashed the stolen vehicle into 2 other civilian cars as well as a patrol car. Ogden police said when the responding officer told Borden to get out of the car, he pointed a BB gun at the officer. Shots were fired, and Borden was killed. Anthony was a good person, said his friends. He might have done bad things, but everyone makes mistakes. I don't believe he was the type of person to point a gun at anybody, but the officer said he did. There is an investigation underway. An investigation into Anthony's death is still ongoing. Police said the officer who shot Borden was not wearing a body camera when it happened, so they're having to do an investigation. Stephen Miller, White House advisor to Donald Trump.
He's just the creepiest guy.
Said he would be okay if there's a government shutdown over Christmas in order to get funding for President Trump's border wall. We're going to do whatever is necessary to build a border wall to stop this ongoing crisis of illegal immigration, Miller said.
It's been proven the border wall, it just can't be built.
I know.
It's just, it's just an impossibility.
And if you look at history, look at history of people building walls. The Great Wall of China never stopped an invasion. The Maginot Line in France never stopped invasions.
If you want to put $5 billion into immigration, generally,
other types of security,
border security generally,
but a wall does not stop. Then they just come by sea. They go.
I was going to say we've got walls right now, and they've dug tunnels. All right, ladders.
But reform the system on how people get into this country.
Exactly.
But the bigger question of Stephen Miller is, where did he get that hair?
What is with the hair?
He sprayed it on. He started growing new hair. Something happened. That's what most people were. He appeared on some Sunday talk shows, and people said, hey, Stephen Miller's got some new hair there somehow.
You got the Ronco
He sprayed it on, apparently.
Something.
And my favorite caption for that picture was, perhaps he did not think that, or perhaps he thought that we would not see the difference. Nazi.
I get it.
Because Stephen Miller. Because he's a racist.
Now, the 2 pictures I see side by side here that was in the New York Daily News, he actually looks a little better with the 2 pictures. He looks a little better with the spray on.
With the spray on hair.
The ones I'm looking at
he was
right
hoping.
here.
He was hoping for that.
Well,
it's just obvious that it's sprayed on.
Yeah, but he looks a little better. He's smiling at least. All right, that's it.
All right. Sports weather traffic.
We forgot to mention it when Amy was here earlier, but Salt Lake City is officially the United States offering into the Olympic Committee. They were deciding between Denver and Salt Lake. I don't think she mentioned it because it wasn't really a surprise. Most people thought it was going to be Salt Lake. So now it goes on to more. It's not definitely going to be here. That's just the United States offering of.
I was under the impression that it was a go.
No.
But
for what year again?
2030.
2030.
But it's still high likelihood. I think it will end up back here. There's lots of reasons for them to pick Salt Lake again. So tonight, Jazz are on the road in Houston. That game is at 6 o'clock, and also Monday Night Football is the Saints and the Panthers. That's also at 6 o'clock. So you're just going to have to choose. I don't know what you choose. Weather is 40 for a high. Chance of a slight storm coming through, and that would be rain and not snow because it's warm, and it might clear the air out a little bit, but not a big enough storm to really do a lot of good. So still limit your driving if you can, and idling. Don't do that if you're stopped for longer than 30 seconds. Turn your car off. Crash northbound I-15 just prior to 123rd South. Right shoulder is affected there. Crash northbound I-215 West at 29th South. Left shoulder affected there. And I'm going to check our message stream, see if any friends of the program have sent in any traffic alerts. Nope. But if you see something, 33986.
All right, here's boner candidate number 3 here in round 2. Well, maybe she really needed some cat poop. Sheboygan, Pennsylvania. A female thief who took an Amazon box from a porch in Sheboygan got a big surprise when she opened it. Robert Lynch, from whose porch the box was taken at 7 a.m. Wednesday, said the package was filled with cat poop he'd forgotten to put out with his trash. Whoever it was got cat poop and litter for Christmas, he said. The porch pirate, as he calls the thief, was caught on his home security system, which he'd installed after 2 thefts of coin and tools from his vehicle. The video shows a woman with a large backpack and carrying something covered with a blanket. She is seen looking at the house, walking past, then returning. She did not go onto the porch when she was unable to maneuver the box through a wrought iron fence. She slid the box about 10 inches long and 6 to 8 inches deep along the porch to the steps where she could pick it up.
So some effort.
Although nothing valuable was taken, the thief irritated him so he said he called city police. The responding officer took a report and got a good laugh out of it. He said the litter, which was in a plastic bag inside the box, stinks like the devil, Mr. Lynch said. Since the caper was posted on Facebook, he's gotten suggestions that he tell his tale to Jimmy Kimmel or Judge Judy, and while he said he got a laugh from the episode, he also worries that there are too many reports of packages being swiped from outside of homes. Somebody in the future eyeing a box on Mr. Lynch's porch may want to look I don't know what that means. May wants to look must mean inside before taking it, because I'll do it again for spite, he said. I got 4 cats and there's no shortage of litter.
Good.
They just keep making more.
Boner candidate number 3. Maybe she really needed some cat poop.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, having fun at the campfire cleanup site. The cleaning crew fired over a really awful social media post. They thought they were being funny at the scene of that tragedy. Boner candidate number 2, don't you think he'd be a dandy governor for Utah? Jason Chaffetz using this migrant girl's death as a warning to other, people trying to come to this country, because they're in dire straits. And geez, and boner candidate number 3, maybe she really needed some cat poop.
All right, it's time to vote for round 2 of your boners. Here we go. You've got to decide, of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst, which one deserves to go forward to boner fight and possibly become boner of the day. Yeah, if it wins here, it's just the winner of round 2. Good for you. You're not boner of the day yet. You got to defeat the winner of round 1. So we'll take both of these champions and throw them into boner fight at 9:20, and that's when you'll determine boner of the day. So pick your winner of round 2 right now. 1, 2, or 3. Remember the candidate number, the one you think should win. Put that number in the message of a text, and then text that to 33986. You can call 877-602-9696. Use your voice to vote. Or go to x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Voting December 17 and vote there. You've got less than 300 seconds. This is round 2. Let's go.
When Carrie, Bill, and Gina run out of things to bitch about, we give you a 1-hour nonstop music wingding at 10 a.m. on X96.
I made a big mistake. Well, I didn't. It had to be done at some point. I haven't gotten on the scale, weighed myself, that is, since. So I had some back surgery to relieve some pressure on excuse me, on the nerves in my back. And that has made it difficult for me it's made it impossible for me to do any exercise. And I exercise a lot, usually.
Uh-huh.
And then I went on vacation.
Well, sure.
And
you don't ever weigh yourself after vacation.
And you always put on a little weight on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So a lack of exercise for a month, and then going on vacation for however many days to Hawaii, which involved a lot of
pineapple, drinking,
a lot of
empty calories.
Empty calories. Thank you. That would you please? Damn it, Gina! Could you start with the euphemisms? Would you not zero right in on the problem? Start with the euphemisms. I say, is Ann Flo here? I don't say what, John the Rag. You having a period?
You're trying to be funny.
Start with the euphemisms, please.
Before the reality.
Yeah, don't let the reality just don't smack me in the face with it, please. So, 10 pounds since the last time I weighed myself.
So in a month you gained 10.
I think I'd have to look and see when that surgery was.
You don't look like you gained 10 pounds.
Oh, I sure feel like it. And I don't. Really? No?
You look fine.
I think you always say that though. Because I don't know, why does she always say that? Because I don't think it's true.
I'm sorry, I was chasing down things that we have to take care of here. I'm, trying to fix the show. That's all.
She always says, you look fine. I think it's you say that either because you don't really look at me or at people. Because I look at you, and I wouldn't say that about you.
I didn't ask your opinion on how I look or how
didn't.
much weight I gained on my vacation.
I didn't ask yours either. You just offered it. I didn't ask your opinion.
Okay, I won't say you look fine. I start out saying something nice when I get in trouble for that.
I don't think I look. I think you can tell I've put on 10 pounds. Can't you, Carrie?
Gina, watch and learn. Really?
Can you tell that I put on 10 pounds?
You hide it well.
But you can tell, can't you?
No.
You can't?
No. I also don't look at you very closely.
I believe that.
It's true. I don't look at anybody very closely.
I know.
I keep my head down. I do my job. I get out.
I look at people too closely.
Yeah, would you quit looking at me so closely?
I'm sorry, how's your eye?
It's better.
Is it really?
It doesn't.
That's what you said. That's what you said when it wasn't.
But now it's just crusty, not puffy.
What did your husband say now that he's seen you? Did he, when he got home and looked at it, did he go, "My God, why didn't you go to the doctor?"
No, he's still saying it's fine, so it's fine. It's scabby.
I think that if you had FaceTimed him,
yeah,
he would have looked at it and went, "Oh God,
yeah,
Boots,
no,
get in there."
He was with me all weekend, and it was fine.
But so again, he doesn't look at you very closely. He just keeps his head down and does his job when he's with you.
Exactly.
Which I'm glad that he doesn't notice I've gained weight.
No,
so
he just keeps his head down and does his job.
Radio from Hell on X96 with Geek News Specialist Carrie Jackson.
Well, we'll get to that right after we award round 2 of your boners.
And that is brought to you in part by, it's this Korean barbecue beef that they have at the sushi place. It was really good with rice. It was spicy. Oh.
And Stretch the Truth Trump. Everyone needs this Trump version of Stretch Armstrong in their holiday stocking this season. Portion of the proceeds go to benefit Homeless Veterans Fellowship. StretchTheTruth.com/X96.
So boner candidate number 1, having fun at the campfire disaster site. Really, that was just awful.
People died there.
The cleaning crew fired over abhorrent social media posts.
Animals died there. Houses were destroyed. That's
Lives
not
were
funny.
Lives were pretty much altered forever. Then boner candidate number 2. Don't you think he'd just be a dandy governor for Utah? Jason Chaffetz. Not a nice man.
No.
Using a death of a 7-year-old girl, an immigrant, for
hideous.
Yeah, to make political points and warn. Yeah. And boner candidate number 3. Well, maybe she really needed some cat poop. A woman who's a porch pirate, the porch poop pirate, porch pirate poop. No, I don't. Anyway, stealing a box she thought was an Amazon box turned out to be full of cat
Served
litter.
her right.
Yeah. Someone named Frank Turnbottom won the Stretch the Truth Trump doll.
Do we ship these to Britain?
No, Mr. Turnbottom. We went to Hobbitville. That sounds like a Hobbit name. But the winner, boner candidate number 2. Don't you think he'd be a dandy Utah governor?
Well, I hope that's the only thing Jason wins.
Me too. Yeah.
Round 2. Well, I hope he wins boner of the day today. Yeah. But he is now the winner of round 2. He is now qualified to be boner of the week. He'll have to defeat the winner of round 1's voting. We'll throw both of those winners into the boner fight at 9:20 this morning, and that's when you'll decide boner of the day.
Now, are we doing boner of the week this week?
I don't know.
Because we'll be at the road home on Thursday and Friday. Richie says no boner of the week.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Is this sponsored?
Always, Carrie. Cabin Fever wishes you the happiest of holiday seasons, from retro games and puzzles to books, gift wrap, and greeting cards, located inside of Trolley Square, 5th South, 7th East. Cabin Fever, so much more than a card store.
Brand new episode of GeekShowPodcast.com available now. The name of the episode is Run, You Fools!
Run!
And it is the most star-packed episode of Geek Show, courtesy of Jimmy Martin.
Which stars are packed?
Sandra Bullock.
What?
She's packed.
Emily Blunt.
What?
Lin-Manuel Miranda. Steve Carell. Robert Zemeckis. Just to name a few.
There's more?
There are more.
Oh, because he went to the...
Three different movie trips. The one for the Sandra Bullock movie on Netflix that I can't remember the name now. Something Box. It's where you can't see.
Bird Box.
Bird Box, thank you. Also Mary Poppins Returns and Return to Marwen.
Yeah, Steve Carell.
The Steve Carell movie. Jimmy got to meet Robert Zemeckis, one of his heroes. But anyway, speaking of Jimmy, all the film critics in Utah, well, not all of them, Utah Film Critics Association met yesterday. And they sat down and they named, their best of the year.
So they vote on them as a group?
They all vote as a group. So they do the usual supporting actress and all that. Can you guess what they picked for Best Picture?
Black Panther.
No. But you're close.
I'm close. Spider-Verse? Really?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse won the Utah Film Critics Association Best Picture.
Really?
And not just Best Animated. Best Picture.
Now, you haven't seen it yet.
I've not seen it yet, but I have yet to hear a bad review, except for that one guy from the Daily Bugle. He's the only one.
J. Jonah Jameson
he didn't like it. He just wrote Spider-Man is a menace and 0 stars. That was it.
And it made money over the weekend.
Doing well. I'm hearing it is really well. I mean, Dylan even went to see it. I don't know how into the Spider-Man he is, but he loved it. So I've got to make some time today or the next day to go see it. All right, I've got your trailers to watch for you, just a couple of them today. First of all, Star Trek Discovery Season 2. Ever since the announcement that Spock was going to be on Star Trek Discovery, they've made him the focus of their new footage.
Now, which Spock?
Responsibility at hand.
It's Spock.
This could be the defining moment for multiple civilizations, millions of lives.
That's Spock.
The future may be determined by our actions, yours and mine.
Because you remember, this takes place 10 years before classic Star Trek.
Yeah.
So it's young Spock.
We're investigating 7 red bursts. These signals typically follow the arrival of a being we call the Red Angel.
This angel showed me an apocalyptic vision.
Of course, we got Captain Christopher Pike, who's now in charge of the Discovery.
And all sentient life in the galaxy.
Quite the welcome.
Captain Georgiou.
We joined Section 31.
Fancy.
Now, this would-be perpetrator of the galactic genocide that they're talking about is unknown. It's just referred to as the Red Angel.
We're in the middle of a fight for the future.
But it premieres January 17th.
We are always in a fight for the future.
On CBS All Access.
10 Century ships on an intercept course.
So that means that'll be about the time that you need to reactivate your CBS app.
When is it? I'm sorry.
January 17th.
Okay.
Is when you need to reactivate your CBS app.
Okay.
So, because everybody just went and shut it off.
I did. Yeah.
I did. There was no reason to stick around. Another trailer for you. Now this is interesting. Umbrella Academy. It's a comic book.
Okay.
Written by Gerard Way.
Oh, from My Chemical Romance.
From My Chemical Romance. Well, it's a pretty popular comic book, and it is now a TV series. And we got our first look.
October 1989, 43 women around the world gave birth. None of these women had been pregnant when the day first began.
What?
I have adopted 6 such children, gifted with abilities. I give you the Umbrella Academy.
So it's a group of people born with various superpowers, adopted by a man called the Monocle. And they are, of course, tasked with saving the world.
Of course.
Somebody has to.
So,
Ends in 8 days. I have no idea how to stop it.
I'll put on a pot of coffee.
There you go. So if you're ready for Mary J. Blige as a time-traveling assassin,
am I ever?
This show is for you.
Okay.
It will start February 15th, 2019. Stars Ellen Page is in that as well. Looks kind of interesting. I think I will, of course, give it a try. Marvel announced their next big superhero, big screen, and this is one you've not heard of.
Okay.
They have decided that the next, they're going to do, the comic book was called Master of Kung Fu.
Okay.
And the character's name is Shang-Chi. Now, where that comes from is they tried to get the rights to the TV show Kung Fu. Because it was all the rage in the 70s.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get the rights to it, so they just created their own.
Fine, we'll do our own.
We'll do our own. Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu.
But it's sort of a similar story?
Kinda. Basically, and here's where the problem begins. Now, what they've said is we're going to do like this with Black Panther. It's going to be an all-Asian cast, Asian directors, writers, the whole thing.
Okay.
Just like Black Panther, we're going to let them run with it. The problem is in with the origins. Shang-Chi, well, it was created in the 70s. Shang-Chi is the son of the infamous pulp villain Fu Manchu. And Fu Manchu, as we all now know, of course, was just a yellow scare character.
Yeah.
You know, one of those stereotypically. And I don't think ever on film or television played by an actual Asian person.
I don't
It's
think
always
so.
been played by a white guy. So that's where the problem comes in. But if you've got people who are aware of that, taking over the new origin,
They will be sensitive in the ways that they need to be sensitive.
Exactly. They'll take care of that. So it'd be very interesting to see where that goes. And just real quickly here for our attorney Ed Brass, because he's a fan of Conan the Barbarian, Conan is joining the Avengers in March.
What?
Yes, Marvel got the rights to Conan the Barbarian.
now, Jason Momoa tried to
Well,
do it.
Didn't work.
No.
Didn't work too well. But I'll get you the issues. All right? Don't worry about it. And then finally this. On Wednesday nights, there's a Christmas, well, it's a short film. But you need to watch BoJack Horseman on Wednesday night so that you can see a short film. It's a holiday special. It'll get you in the mood for the season. The Predator Holiday Special. It's stop motion animation, you know.
Are you ready for the most merry mission of the year, Blitzen? What the...
Sprinkles, get down!
So the Predator Holiday
I heard
Special.
the Predator there.
Yeah.
During BoJack Horseman on Wednesday night.
Okay.
There you go. So that's what you got to look forward to.
I wonder what the Predator's holiday traditions are.
I wonder. Probably go hunting. Go hunting. Traffic, Gina, do you have it?
Yeah, it crashed northbound I-15 at milepost 313. That's the I-15-215 junction in Davis County. The left shoulder affected there. Couple of problems on 123rd South. There's a crash eastbound 123rd South at 6 West. Also northbound I-15 just prior to 123rd South off to the right shoulder. That's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. We will take a break. We will be back with Boner Fight on the way.
Mm-hmm. New Dwello has grants, rebates, and credits, and this is not just for low-income home buyers. New Dwello works with hundreds of builders to help find you the most perfect brand new home. So just text the word money to 62687 and download New Dwello's interactive builder map. They have over 800 new home communities that you can look at, and you can get, a forgivable grant program for people who qualify up to $18,124, up to $5,000 in agent rebates, up to $5,000 in partner loan credits. So that's up to $28,124 in down payment assistance.
I had to look at that number again. I thought it was a misprint.
Yeah.
When I had it in my copy, I'm like, $28,000? Really? With all of those added up, you could get that much.
So text the word money to 62687. New Dwello's created an interactive builder map. You can search over 800 new home communities and hundreds of new home builders. Text the word money to 62687.
Hi, I'm Todd Newcomb. I was born in Utah, and I grew up listening to alternative music in Utah.
We got the rest of the potato chips.
All right, now we've tried so we started with the cappuccino flavored Lay's potato chips.
Which didn't knock us out, but we didn't hate, except for Gina. She hated them.
Now,
the wasabi.
Now, they've had 4 new flavors, and people want to call them both. Wasabi. Bill tried the wasabi as well, Bill Frost.
Yep. Not hot. Good, not hot.
Yeah.
They're not hot.
Now,
tasty.
But they're flavorful.
Now, I've got the bag of cheddar bacon mac and cheese here. And Gina said of the wasabi, oh, you got your winner right here. My guess is she won't even try the bacon mac and cheese.
Yeah, I'm sure there's not actual cheese in it.
No, there is. There is. I read the ingredients. There's like cheese powder or something. This is your winner. She won't even try them. No.
I thought you didn't like cheese not because of the flavor, but because it's cheese. And this is
it's a principle. No, I'm not gonna.
And this is far enough
You're gonna love it.
removed
You're gonna love it.
from cheese
do it.
that
she has standards and principles.
I have totally arbitrary rules.
That's exactly. I think that's your winner.
Now there's one more there. What's
Yeah.
that one?
Mango salsa.
Which
Those are-
somebody in the chat room said tasted like potpourri.
Right.
This isn't bad.
Yeah.
Maybe it actually is potpourri.
Although if you eat a few of those, the bacon mac and cheese, they get kind of too salty.
They're not bad.
And here's the wavy mango salsa.
Wavy mango salsa.
Wavy because
I like the idea of mango
Mm.
salsa.
No?
No good.
Potpourri? Too sweet?
yeah,
Let's see.
too artificial.
Am I right then, without even tasting the bacon mac and cheese, that the wasabi is the best?
No, the bacon mac and cheese is better.
Well, I think your winner is the bacon mac and cheese, because mainstream America will love that flavor.
Let me see the wasabi again.
No.
Yeah,
You
potpourri.
have those.
I bought them. What do you
Potpourri.
mean no?
Yeah. Mango salsa is a hard sell.
Yeah, that's no good. I don't like it.
You can put it on the back of your toilet tank.
Why would you?
Yeah. Out of all of them, I would say the wasabi is the best flavor, but the winner is the bacon mac and cheese. America will vote for that one.
Oh, yeah.
By the
Mango
way-
salsa's weird.
Yeah. By the way, you notice I'm sharing all of my chips. Girl who wouldn't give me a cookie last week.
4 cookies made for me with my name on them. A gift.
Yeah.
Was it 4 cookies that
Yes.
spelled out Gina?
No, but my name was written on the box.
Yeah. I know.
It's different than you buying 4 bags of chips.
It's
not the same thing at all.
I know. It would have been
You
a
could
gift.
replace these chips at any moment
It would have
several
been
times
It
over.
would have been a gift from your heart, which you were unwilling to make to someone who argued for equal wages for you.
You can't drag that out.
Yeah, why not?
It was proposed.
I can't even finish this one mango
They're
salsa.
terrible.
Yeah, they're not good.
Actually, I like the wasabi okay. I like the bacon mac and cheese best.
I had high hopes for the mango salsa one. If it actually tasted like mango salsa.
Too much mango, not enough salsa. That's the problem.
In a
You
couple
got
of
your percentages off.
In a couple of seconds, I'm going to try one of those dog biscuits. That you
They're
put
very
out
good.
For Ripley.
They're peanut butter. Let me try this again.
Okay.
Nope. Okay.
I almost wonder if any of the music is going to be able to play.
I wonder. It's interesting.
So we're going to be talk all day?
Well, let's just go into the break because
Okay.
yeah, let's just go into this without a potty break song. See, we were going to play Pork and Beans by Weezer.
Yeah.
Because it is my favorite Weezer song.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Pork and Beans?
Apparently I'm stupid.
You're stupid.
I saw that tweet. You were the first place I saw it from, Gina.
Very funny.
The sketch from Saturday Night Live.
And so we were going to play the song, and then we were going to
talk about the sketch.
And then, so what happened?
The file's corrupted.
We can't play that song?
Can't play any songs.
No
song. We played some. We played some songs.
Okay.
It's just some songs that are corrupted.
Oh man!
And Pork and Beans is one of them. But so that led us to the sketch on Saturday Night Live, which I thought was funny as hell. Neighbors gathered together at Christmas time.
This is Matt Damon and Leslie Jones
and the whole cast. Here we go.
Oh, now we're talking. Who put this on?
Oh, this song sounds familiar. What is it again? I don't know. It's just on shuffle.
I'm sorry. Wait, you haven't heard this yet? This is Weezer's cover of Africa. It's good, right?
Weezer? I didn't even know they were still a band.
Yeah, where the hell you been, Rick? I mean, they just set a release date for the freaking Black album. I mean, they're playing New Year's Rockin' Eve. Come on, it's Weezer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you're a Weezer fan? Baby, please, it's Christmas. Oh, no, I'm just asking him a question. Sounds like you're into the new stuff.
Damn straight. I mean, I think they're doing some cool things right now.
Baby, be cool. I'm just getting to know the neighbors. I'm just a little confused because real Weezer fans know that they haven't had a good album since Pinkerton in '96.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh, looks like we have a purist in the house.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to have fun with this.
What's happening right now?
What's happening is that Weezer put out 2 perfect albums, Blue and Pinkerton, and the rest was pretty corny.
Wow, well, that's your opinion, but me, I'm ride or die.
For Weezer?
They've been trying since 2001, son.
Well, if you think that, you're not going to like what I'm about to say.
Well, then, please don't say.
Pork and Beans is better than Buddy Holly.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're dumb.
See, apparently.
You're dumb.
I'm dumb.
Tell him he's dumb.
Is this a thing people care about?
No, it isn't.
Oh, wait, let me guess. You only listened to the first 2 records.
Hey, man, I'll go all the way up to the Green album. Yeah?
Oh, you know what? You know what you sound like right now? Okay, hold on. Here's what you sound like. You sound like, oh, I'm stuck in 1994. High school's awesome. Why don't you grow the hell up? Listen to Ratitude. Listen to Pacific Daydream.
Pacific Daydream is not music, man.
No offense, but burn in hell. I mean, you just don't understand what Rivers is going through right now.
Bitch! Rivers don't understand what Rivers is going through. I understand Rivers better than he understands himself.
I'm gathering that Rivers might be a guy in Weezer?
Wait, look, can we all just agree that Weezer is the best band of all time?
No.
Yes. No. And then they became the worst band of all time.
What, have you even listened to Memories?
You are a grown-ass man. You bringing up stuff from Hurley?
It was in Jackass 3D.
Weezer died when Matt Sharp left.
Weezer didn't start until Scott Schreiner got there.
Oh, you trying to die. No, baby, calm down. I will testify this time.
Hey, guys, you know what band I always liked? Yellow Card.
No offense, Tammy, but drink my blood.
What? Good Lord. Is that a Weezer reference?
No, that's a Todd original. You know what? I don't even know why I came here tonight.
Yeah, neither do we.
Yeah, no one technically invited you.
Oh, can it, dork? Look, Martha, no offense, but your neighbors suck, and I'm glad we're divorced. But if you want to get back together with me,
don't.
if you do want to get back together with me, you know where to find me.
Oh, don't say it.
Living in Beverly Hills.
Well, I actually do.
Yay, I love that. As I watched it and they talked about Pork and Beans, I immediately thought of you,
You
Gary.
immediately thought of me.
How stupid you
Because
are.
apparently I'm stupid.
Yeah.
It is a better song than Buddy Holly.
What? No.
Yes, it is. But that's just a fine example of people who argue about stupid stuff.
Yeah.
and how you're in a bubble. Because you see everybody else there. Like, is this the thing? Is this, you know?
Yeah, but it's really a thing for those two people.
Exactly, whether it's sports or
geek stuff.
Or geek stuff especially, because it's the 1-year anniversary of The Last Jedi, and so that's been brought up again.
Or maybe funding for the border wall.
Now, that's a little bit more important.
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking Mike Pence sitting there going, no, not going to get into it. Nope.
So please take this Saturday Night Live sketch and make it a learning moment and prepare for the holidays.
Don't get in stupid arguments.
Don't argue about stupid stuff.
My favorite thing, though, was Kenan Thompson. Baby, don't start.
I will testify against you.
I will testify this time.
Yeah, don't. Well, I know where this is going.
Weezer fight.
And the 3 other people in the room, like, really? This is a thing?
I like yellow card.
I'm ride or die for Weezer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
See, it's the same. It's all the same. Yeah. It's just there's no reason to argue about stuff.
Nope.
All right. Let's see. We will take a break then, and we'll be back with a reasonable amount of news and boner fights on the way. Stand by for all of that.
Certainly no reason to argue about Ran Life.
No.
$400. Get your home appraised. See how much equity you have in there.
Probably more than you realize.
Ran Life will help you out, and then you can use the money, the equity, to do other things. Maybe do some remodeling, do some Christmas shopping.
Go on a vacation.
Yep. Pay off high interest credit cards. Call Ran Life. Let them assess the situation for you. Ran Life's phone number is 801-478-4500. That's 801-478-4500. Let one of the Ran Life debt consolidation specialists look the situation over for you. They can do most of it on the phone, and then they'll get an appraiser over to your house and find out how much equity you actually have. So give them a call today, 801-478-4500. Consolidate your debts with Ran Life, or go to their website, ranlife.com.
The holidays are a time of family, a time of appreciating those you... Escaping from Hell show on X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
Remember all that information. You're going to need it for boner fights so that you can decide who boner of the day is. But before that, we'll get to that in about 7 minutes or so. Before that, a reasonable amount of news brought to you by...
Get unlimited 1.5% cash back plus a $100 bonus with Power Cashback Credit Card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. Restrictions apply. Get details at ssfcu.org.
Gigs don't get much bigger than Super Bowl halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
It guarantees an audience of millions of people, but also a level of spectacle most artists would covet. Lady Gaga dropped from the sky when she headlined 2 years ago. This year's show, however, isn't quite shaping up to be as impactful. And why is that? Well, because Maroon 5 is headlining.
No, it's not because of that. It's because no one wants to participate.
Because Maroon 5 is headlining.
It's not because of Maroon 5. It's because of the Colin Kaepernick stuff. It has nothing to do with Maroon 5.
It has something to do with Maroon 5 headlining. It's almost certainly due to the politicization of the NFL, which fell under the most cultural microscope when Colin Kaepernick was heavily criticized by the president for taking a knee during the national anthem.
See, that needs to be the story, is that these acts are staying away because of Kaepernick, but instead they're blaming Maroon 5.
It has nothing to do with Maroon 5.
Well, Maroon 5 didn't stay away, so it has something to do with Maroon 5. Rihanna said, nope. No one wants to associate themselves with the NFL except Maroon 5. So it has something to do with Maroon 5.
It's like the only people they could get for the Trump inauguration, 3 doors down.
It's long been rumored that Maroon 5 wanted Cardi B to join them.
Well, she's on one of their songs.
Well, she said no.
Yeah.
Maroon 5 could always play solo, but they don't have...
They need a little more oomph.
Because they're Maroon 5.
But you're making it sound like people just don't want to be associated with Maroon 5. It's not about that.
Guess what? They don't want to now be associated with Maroon 5. Because who accepted?
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. So don't tell me that it's not now also about Maroon 5.
Okay, Bill's trying to make this all about Maroon 5.
It's now about Maroon 5.
I feel like we're having a Weezer fight here.
I'm not having a Weezer fight. It's about Maroon 5 fight. So this is there's this thing in Sugar House called the In Between, INN.
It's in my neighborhood.
Is it close to your place?
Very close. Those are the people that are upset about this, and that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous that a couple
are
of people are upset
about it. It's a hospice for indigent people.
And Sophia Anderson and Tammy Castlefort are the people, the two that are very upset about it, apparently, and they're out front about it, at least.
It's ridiculous.
They've shown up at community meetings to voice their dissent. They've kept a photo log of they take pictures of the people who are there.
So it was just a regular nursing home for years and years and years, and now it's hospice. It's a nursing home for dying indigent people. These are not people that are breaking into your house and stealing things. These are very sick people.
It's 13th South near 1200 East. These are people who are very ill.
They're not a threat to your home at all, but they just don't like these kind of people close to them. It's no different than the nursing home that was there before. It's just that the people that are inside are really, really sick and don't have any money. So what?
Now Salt Lake City Councilwoman Erin Mendenhall lives near there. She says, I haven't seen any impact on the neighborhood from this facility, and neither have most of the people who live there and she's heard from. She said, I've had more comments by far from residents who have said that it has had little or no impact on the neighborhood, and they're glad that the population has been able to find housing in a safe place.
Exactly.
Eric Klein lives on 13th East near the inn and described the area as quiet after the arrival of the facility in the neighborhood, with much less traffic than it was when it was the Hillside Rehab Clinic or facility. The in-between has proposed that neighbors use money raised through the GoFundMe account for cameras to surveil the area rather than for legal counsel. But the two women who are opposed to it say, some people have mentioned, what if we get more police here? Well, we're not interested in any way, shape, or form for the in-between or any facility like it to be in a residential neighborhood. You do not put any type of homeless population, a high-risk population, in a neighborhood.
That's not a high risk. These people are too ill to do anything to your home or neighborhood.
Why isn't this located in an industrial zone?
These are
Are there no
horrible-
poor houses?
Yeah, these are horrible, heartless people.
Somebody said, well, they said, these aren't washing machines we're housing.
No.
These are people we're housing.
Exactly.
Our good friend Carol and her husband Jeff, they own Beer Bar and Bar X.
The Bernards.
Yeah, they're my neighbors, so they are part of this neighborhood. There's a bigger group of people that are fine with it than the ones that aren't. They're having a charity bingo at Beer Bar in January, and it's going to be for the in-between.
How dare they? Let's have them come in and promote that before.
So in January, we'll let you know. I'll reach out to Carol and have her or Jeff come on and talk about it.
It's as though empathy has left the world.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, to be fair, it is just these two particular people in that neighborhood. It sounds to me like most of the people in the area are fine with it.
Yeah.
From what I've gathered.
It seems to me, and this is a story in the Salt Lake Tribune on Sunday. It seems to me that it's. I mean, it's interesting that these two women are so adamant, and they are not afraid to be adamant about it and be out there, and they take pictures of people.
Yeah.
The residents who are
look at who's there.
Well, they go outside to have a cigarette. You know, some of the people who live there, they'll stand outside to smoke, and they take pictures of them. And they had been attending meetings, and
city council. How are we zoned for this?
They had been attending meetings apparently of the resident meetings, and they've had to ban them from going there and attending meetings. And it's not that they were disruptive necessarily.
I want to have a meeting to get those people out of my neighborhood. That's what I want. I don't want to live next to those heartless people.
What would Jesus do?
I'm just kind of unclear why they're so.
They don't like the idea of that being close to them. It's all it is. I don't think they're genuinely worried about.
Fresh out of prison for lying to the FBI, ex-Trump campaign advisor George Papadopoulos is plotting to run for office. I'll be running for Congress in 2020, and I'll win, he tweeted. Stay tuned. The Chicago native outlined plans to move to Orange County, California. I just have to find a little Republican enclave somewhere in this part of the country and run there, he said. He expanded on his political strategy in a Saturday tweet. Orange County's up for grabs. I don't see any real long-term opposition there. Weak candidates who barely snuck by during a midterm election that historically favors the opposition party won't be like that in 2020, he said.
Hold it. He actually said that Orange County favors the opposition party.
Mm-hmm.
He's from there, right?
Orange County is traditionally
Republican. It has
Republican.
been Republican for as long as I can remember.
That's called. They have the Ronald Reagan Airport there, don't they?
It was a shock that the Democrats took it this time around.
Orange County is traditionally Republican, but voters elected several Democrats to Congress as House Republicans flipped in November. Papadopoulos told the Telegraph, this is in Britain, that voters will forgive him for lying in testimony about his conversations with foreigners during his time with the Trump campaign, which led to his guilty plea and 12 days in prison. We all make mistakes, he said.
You schemed. It wasn't a mistake. You schemed.
No, it was just a little mistake.
You planned.
No, it was a mistake. It
wasn't like you tripped and fell.
No, I just tripped up. I fell into a lie accidentally.
You plotted that.
I face planted it into a lie. It was an accident.
You went, this'll be cool.
Did you know Maroon 5 was doing on the Super Bowl? Did you know
Maroon
that?
5?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, that's it. Sports weather?
Weather, at least.
Yeah, just for sports, the Jazz are on the road in Houston tonight at 6 o'clock. Weather, we might get a little bit of a storm today. Not much of anything. It'll be rain, not snow if we get it. 40 for a high. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
It's Boner Fight. With Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, here we go. This is the winner from round 1 going against the winner from round 2. Back there in the mists of time, 7 o'clock hour, we had this winner. If you are Catholic, you are taught this is a mortal sin. Grieving the most tragic loss two parents could endure, the Hillebergers expected comfort from the priest's homily at their son Mason's funeral. Mason died as a result of suicide. And the priest, instead of doing what they asked him to do and talk about his life, lectured the mourners about suicide and continued to do so even when one of the parents went up and tried to stop him and say, look, don't, please stop, just talk about his life. But he ignored it and went on and on and on about suicide. That's going up against the winner from round 2. Don't you think he'd be a dandy governor for Utah? On Fox News, Jason Chaffetz using the death of a 7-year-old migrant girl who was in U.S. custody, young girl from Guatemala, using that death to make points about immigration, warning people, migrants who might be trying to get into the United States, saying, see what happens? Don't make this journey. Your children will die. It will kill you. Don't do it. That's the winner of round 2.
This is one of those days I'm glad I'm not voting because I can't decide. I just can't. But you have to decide, 1 or 2. Which one of these deserves to be Boner of the Day? Pick the candidate that you think should win. Remember the number, 1 or 2, candidate number. Put that number in the message of a text and then text it to 33986. 877-602-9696 for the phone, or go to x96.com, look for the box that says Boner Fight December 17 and vote there. You've got 4.5 minutes is all. Let's go. This is Boner of the Day.
Start your workday at 10 a.m. with a 1-hour non-stop music wingding on X96.
Recently on the Rachel Ray Show, she was promoting her new fragrance, which she calls Fancy. It's $85. She sprayed some in the air and then started naming all the benefits. The main one was that it allows you to fart and nobody can smell it.
That's a selling point?
That's what she said. She said if you're in an elevator and you're wearing this perfume.
She's a classy one.
Do they have a guy's version? Because, boy, I tell you, I'm holding...
You want to wear something called Fancy?
I'm holding one back right now, and I don't want to...
Go ahead.
I don't want to hurt you guys.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Go on.
Why?
Do it.
Go
do
outside.
It. Come on,
Don't.
chicken. Come on, do it.
Don't.
Do it.
Not chicken. I'm just not sure you really want
Do
that.
it.
Why do you want him to do that?
Do it. I don't believe him. I don't believe he's holding one.
I believe he always has one ready.
And I don't believe he just put the microphone down.
Don't do it. I'll leave the room.
And I don't believe it's going to be as bad as you say.
Jeez. What, you weren't serious?
That's the lowest we have ever sung on the radio.
And I didn't even go all the way.
Oh, man.
There's more.
That's dangerous. Yeah, he did. I made him. I made him.
You know how I am with peer pressure. Here, Carrie, have a drink. Here, Carrie, fart. You know, pull my finger. Listen, it started when I was a kid. It started when I was a kid. My dad used to make me pull his finger.
He did. I don't smell anything. Seems fine.
It'll circulate.
Will it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Come around.
maybe we better take a break.
I haven't been eating much meat lately, so.
Oh, jeez. Well,
you know.
You know, for someone that just
That was really
tuned into
good.
this show for the first time,
I know,
just
they would-
now,
We don't usually do that.
We've lost them forever.
Usually,
Really?
you know, we're.
Do you think? You don't think that they could forgive us just this one?
I can't forgive you.
Now, long-time listeners of the Radio from Hell show, if you'd like to call us now.
Listen, I was goaded into it.
I did.
hope
I
you're
pushed
both
him.
happy.
He was calling me names. He
I
was
pushed
pointing
him.
at me.
I pushed him. It's a good thing there wasn't a cliff.
I'm glad we don't have a sponsor for the boner right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll ever have
Nope.
one either after that. Oh, my God.
He made me. All right. Uh-oh.
Weather?
Somebody just texted and says, well, that's why you guys have a new three-year contract.
And Sue just texted in, I am so proud to be your wife
Your bags
right now.
are on the porch.
I also just got a texter that says, I can smell it from here.
It really is bad.
Is it?
Well, I've been holding it all morning. I haven't had a chance to leave.
I know what that's like.
I figure I'd be fine until, at 10.
Yeah.
I really started to kink up, and then you talked about that perfume.
Oh, God, I can't believe you did that.
Now, listen, how do you guys know it wasn't just a recording
It
of a
wasn't.
fart?
He put the
Shut up.
microphone down.
Shut up. It could have just been a recording of a fart.
No.
You don't know.
You don't, but I'm here to tell you it wasn't.
Well, see, these guys are selling it. They're acting.
Nope. That was real.
Oh, man.
Great.
Oh, wait a minute.
Huh?
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Don't.
Yeah, it was real.
Told you.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do it
No.
too.
All right.
I don't have one, or I might.
Is it like yawning? It just, when somebody does it,
No.
everybody
It's
just
contagious.
No,
just
I got.
jumps in and-
No.
Okay. All right.
Six.
Is this, oh yeah, it's time
What?
to award. It's time to award Boner of the Day.
It is.
Brought to you in part by
Brought to you in part by sushi and Korean beef, and it was
and Excel Automotive Repair, Radio from Hell's official auto mechanics. Don't buy a lemon. Try Excel Automotive's $50 bumper-to-bumper used car checkover before you buy. Limit 2 cars per $50.
So, boner candidate number one was if you're Catholic, you're taught that this is a mortal sin, right, Gina?
Yep.
And so I guess maybe that's what you have to expect, that the priest is going to lecture you if you're...
I mean, you shouldn't. If that you met with the priest, like these parents did, and talked about what you wanted discussed at the funeral, there should be a reasonable expectation that that's what he would talk about at the funeral.
I suppose, but again, it's perhaps his responsibility to make you know that it's a mortal sin, suicide, and if your son dies as a result of suicide, he's got to let everybody know that, right? I don't know.
Maybe not at his funeral.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not the time for that.
And then boner candidate number 2. Don't you think he'd be a dandy governor for Utah? Jason Chaffetz using the death of that young Guatemalan girl to warn immigrants coming to the United States. Stay away. This could happen to you. This would happen to you. It's an object lesson. It's a lesson. It's a warning. What a horrible human.
Yep. I hope he won. Did he win?
So Alan won the boner T-shirt. Alan. No, he didn't.
Oh.
Doubling the votes. Boner candidate number 1. If you're Catholic, you are taught this is a
Well,
mortal sin.
that's a bad one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's your boner of the day for December 17th, 2018. And since we're not doing boner of the week this week, there you go.
Friday night, the Blue October show, I had just a remarkable time. I didn't stay for the entire show, I confess, for a couple of reasons. One, I was really tired because it's just a long day, and and number 2, I got too emotionally overwhelmed.
Emotionally overwhelmed?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, first of all, I lost my gloves.
Oh.
They were really good gloves, you
They
guys.
were. So this guy, this laughing llama. Now I can't think of it. He heard me talking about fingerless gloves.
Oh, yeah.
That you have.
Oh, those.
Yeah. and
Those are the ones you lost?
Yeah,
They're
I
brand
did
new.
brand new, and he sent me.
You had them for like less than a week.
I know, and I think I must have lost them at the show. I had them tucked in the inside pocket of my jacket, but I can't find them, and I must have lost them at the Blue October show. The really nice llama.
Fingerless gloves?
Fingerless gloves, and they're just, God, I loved them, and I can't find them. But this Blue October show was...
Why emotionally?
Well, first of all, there was a meet and greet there, and the people who were who'd won the meet and greet were all just great fans of the station and of the show, and were just really nice. Just, weren't they? Richie's in here.
Yeah, I was there. So here's the thing that Bill isn't saying, and this is why people get so emotionally involved. Justin, one of the guys in Blue October, has been through a lot of life, right?
I was going to get to this.
But
yeah.
but I think that's why people get so fanatical about Blue October. I mean, that's why the show sold out in like 15 minutes or less, is because he's been through addiction. He almost lost his wife. He almost lost his whole career and all of these things. And the way that he's able to impose that lyrically on people, like people have the full lyric tattoos on their rib cage of just verse after verse of Blue October, and so it speaks to it more than another band would.
They've been around since 1995. I didn't know that. First of all, they've been slogging it out for a long time.
We've been playing them for a while,
and you meet them. Justin and I want to get his name right. So Justin and his brother is in the band as well, plays, I think, drums. But just Justin and his writing partner, Ryan, were there. And then their manager, who was extremely nice. They're all Texans, and although they didn't really...
They didn't sound
I
Texan.
don't talk like a Texan,
And they didn't try and constantly tell us how big Texas was, so it was
I
hard for me to know that they were Texans.
The manager kept saying, he said, I'm just so blessed to be with these guys. I said, how'd you get to be their manager? He said, well, I was in a band, and it didn't go so well. And then I started kind of a crappy little record label, and then they just came along, and I started doing their records, and then I just started managing them. I'm so blessed to be with these guys. But Ryan and Justin are just the most genuine people and nice, and they are grateful to be there, and they want to talk to everybody and but then they started doing the solo songs, And when Justin did this song he said, okay, I'm going to do a song. It's called I Want to Come Home. And he said, I can't do this song without it being emotional. I can't do
Just
it
the
whenever I
title
do
of it sounds emotional.
And he did the song. It was about the 5th song he did. And I was in tears by the end of the song, and I had to leave. I just, my God. It was about the most real performance I'd seen. And I just said, I'm out of here. I had to go, and I was exhausted anyway, and I lost my gloves.
Well, I think you were damaged by the loss of your gloves.
I think
and
you
then
should write a song.
Well,
and that just made you,
Well, I didn't know I'd lost my gloves.
Emotionally, open. And
they are the real deal. They are great, and their acoustic stuff is terrific. It was a good show, and everybody there was just a really warm audience. It's very terrific.
Bill bore his X96 testimony.
I did.
He gets up. He's like, I'm so thankful for you. I'm thankful that we're able to be here.
I know the Radio from Hell show is
It almost did sound like a testimony. I just said, I'm just glad you're all here, and I wouldn't be here without you guys, and thanks. It was great. It was great.
It's nice.
And I have it on good authority that they will be back in town pretty soon.
Sure.
Yeah.
The whole band this time.
Yeah, no, Utah loves Blue October. They'll come back again and again.
Justifiably.
Yes.
They're terrific.
All right, we'll take a break. We will be back. I got to tell you about Grove. It's grove.co/X96. That's the place you go to get all of the deals I'm about to tell you about. It's funny because, we got the hand soaps in the bathrooms, and it never fails. Whenever we do, like, Geek Show, somebody will go to the bathroom. They'll come back into the studio like this.
Smelling their hands.
Never fails. And that's because of the Mrs. Myers exclusive holiday scents from Grove. Iowa Pine, my new favorite, Peppermint, and Orange Clove. New customers will get the holiday set when you place your first order of $20. So you get the free Mrs. Myers holiday hand soap, holiday dish soap, holiday multi-surface spray, and the Grove Collaborative Red Cleaning Caddy and Walnut Scrubber sponges. Plus, if you spend $39, you'll also receive a free Grove stoneware tray to display your new holiday soaps. Shop Grove before this holiday offer runs out. The stuff's going to be gone pretty soon. For a limited time, our listeners who sign up get an amazing free Mrs. Myers holiday products, a free 60-day VIP membership, and a surprise bonus gift just for you when you sign up and place an order of $20 or more. So check out Grove and their special offer at grove.co/X96. You got to do that /X96 to make sure you get the deal and to make sure that we get the credit. That's grove.co, not com/X96.
Radio from Hell has a new podcast.
It's the Radio from Hell Best of podcast.
It's the best segments from
Gina Barberi, Radio from Hell on X96.
All kinds of fun today.
Can I just take a second and thank the people at Primary Children's Hospital, where I was with Mohammed over the weekend. He's got mono. But just they're so nice up there. He had to go get some blood work done, and was, adults don't like to get blood work done, let alone
I love
kids.
I've had it so much now, I love it.
You schedule it just for fun?
Yeah, Carrie loves it too. Carrie likes giving blood.
Got one coming up in a week.
A bloodletting?
Mm-hmm.
Makes him feel better.
But we're so lucky that we have that children's hospital here. And I told Mohammed that. I'm like, they draw kids' blood all day, every day. They know how to do, and they were very nice and accommodating and made him feel comfortable. And
much better than that. There was a children's hospital in Pennsylvania I used to go to, but it was the exact opposite. It was a hospital staffed by children, and it was really awful.
It is kind of confusing.
They don't know what they're doing.
No. It was really terrible. Yeah, it's a renowned facility.
Yeah, and it's right. It's right here. We're so
right here.
Well, but people come from all over the West for treatment there, and it's blocks away from my house. I just want no big story there. I just wanted to thank them for.
Well, thank them then.
Thank you, Primary Children's Hospital.
Any one person in particular? Or?
Just all the staff there are just helpful but mono, isn't that weird? I thought teenagers got mono. I didn't think little kids got mono.
Somebody was saying they got it when they were in 7th grade.
Yeah, I remember some kids.
Kids got it.
Really young kids when I was a kid getting it. Mm-hmm. Your organs swell up sometimes.
Now, what exactly is it? I forgot.
It's just a virus, but it just makes you. So Mohammed, my kid that bounces off the walls, would not get off the couch for a week.
Okay, now you know something's wrong.
Yeah, and had a fever for a week. Like every day I'm like, not a high fever, just like 100, just like hovering, but would not go away.
Did you have the talk with him? Because mono is
the kissing disease.
The kissing disease.
Yeah.
You sat down and said, "Now, Mohammed."
Yeah.
Who you been kissing?
He claims there's been no kissing going on.
So there was the conversation.
Sure.
Gross. Was it that?
No, it was.
I wish, Mom.
Yeah.
That was always the conversation with me. I wish I could get mono, Mom.
Yeah.
It's like the time when I was about his age and I had plague. Had the bubonic plague. Have you been playing with rats again?
Yeah. So?
Yeah. Well, the fleas that live on the rats, son.
Fake science.
So I made him go to school on Friday. This is before I knew what was wrong with him, because I'm like, you've missed school all week. You've got to go to school today. I get a phone call at 9:30.
He's trying to kiss people.
No, while we're still in the air, and it's the office lady who said, "I've got Mohammed. He's asleep in my office. There's something wrong. All right, I'll come get him." Mono. I guess there are worse things you could, but
yeah, I mean, yes, there are worse things you could have, like when I had the plague.
Yeah, I'm glad you got over that.
I did.
Let's see. I got it 5th grade from a public swimming pool, a texter says.
Kissing a public swimming pool.
Don't kiss a public swimming pool.
And then somebody says, I got it at age 61.
Oh. It just kind of it knocks you on your ass. It makes you just exhausted.
Taryn says, I got it as a freshman/sophomore in high school, but I was never diagnosed.
Yeah, because you have to do a blood. So usually for a virus, they don't do a blood test. But he's, when it was going on 8 days of a fever, his doctor's like, all right, let's look and see what this is.
All right. Yeah, we have to do.
Okay, you've convinced us that you're sick.
All right, 8 days of a fever.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
And it's his birthday on Wednesday, and he's been like, am I going to be better for my birthday?
When is Festus's birthday?
The 28th.
28th. Okay. He'll be 21.
Yep. He'll be official.
Carrie's got an evil glint in his eye.
I don't want to know anything about
Spearman Rhino. Here we come.
No.
I will not take him to a strip club here in Utah.
This will be
I promise.
Okay.
Here in Utah.
Here in Utah.
That would be too weird.
Yes.
Well, and not worth the money.
Actually, I'm probably not going to take him to a strip club. I think I'm done with that.
You can take him out for a drink. How about that?
That's what I'll do. But he said that he was going to reveal his real name on his birthday. Is that?
Well, we talked
Did I
about
hear
it
that
on
right?
the air here that we.
So are you okay with that?
I'm fine. He's 21. He can do whatever.
Grown
he
ass
wants.
man, he can do what he wants. All right.
He's going to finally tell everyone his real name is Tim Potato.
Oh, Bill.
Sorry.
Tim Potato.
It's Tad.
Tad Potato.
All
Sorry.
right.
Tad Potato.
You're going to out him. Get it right.
I don't know why that's
Tad
Potato.
Tad. All right. Let's do the promo and get out of here before this thing crashes.
Radio from Hell needs interns.
People who are available Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
Now, the pay isn't great, but it is paid, and you get your foot in the door here at X96.
Send us an email to radiofromhell@x96.com and put intern in the subject line.
Maybe we'll see you in the future as an intern for the Radio from Hell show on X96.
Pay isn't great. That's an understatement.
Deborah Jensen, Carrie, my son turns 21 in March. You want to help him out? Again,
No.
I won't
No.
take him to a strip club here in Utah.
No.
Yeah, and Festus can't intern here anymore because
He's got a real
full-time
gig, yeah.
job.
All right. I think we took care of everything, did we?
I don't know.
All the businesses?
Oh, well, no, let me, just speaking of Festus and
Yes.
stuff, new episode of Remain Seated podcast is up. We talk about holiday traditions.
Yeah, and don't forget the road home.
Oh, God,
this Thursday and Friday, we'll be broadcasting from there. But in the meantime, you can go to any Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer and along the Wasatch Front and take stuff there, or go to x96.com and make a cash donation.
As much as we love seeing you at the homeless shelter on Thursday and Friday, it can get kind of hectic and difficult. So it's really almost best if you donate at a Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer.
Or online.
Bringing your items. Or doing it online. That's even better because cash is great. x96.com. Anything else?
Nope.
Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
No. Don't get up.
Corey is next.
A 1 hour nonstop music wing ding starts now.